Hey, welcome back.
I go through this every time.
Some people,
Yeah, they love to report.
they just don't want us to hit our bingo.
So make they would actually say those statements so much that we thought, you know what? Let's have fun with it. Let's have bingo.
It's so smart, because I think it also draws people to it. They're like, oh, there's no way. Let's see, how far I can go without saying, and like you said, or I don't know who was saying it. People get caught up in it. I think it was you who said that. And they start using those words, those phrases.
Yeah. I remember last night I just needed one more to get bingo. And I think it was why can't I be proud to be white?
hmm
And it was so easy to get someone to ask me that.
I came across a white pride live actually this morning, and I was like, I couldn't even believe it was on there. I was like, holy smokes! It felt like kind of Black Mirror-y. Like I was like, holy crap! I can't believe they're like actually out here thinking that's a thing. It was very like political and stuff, and very
Yeah, that's
straight white male coded. you know,
I have a um I have a homophobic bingo as well.
do you?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sure that fills up real quick.
Yeah, it just so I have a few bingo cards, and what I want to do is that I actually want to make more and then just like hand them out to people that want to play, and then we'll just sit back and just wait.
I love
And whoever wins gets coins.
it.
I'm gonna start like dishing out galaxies to the winners.
That's awesome.
Gavin, I didn't see your comment. I think one of the funniest was a couple of nights ago. We had a guy that he came up and he kept calling himself an alpha, and then he said that he's an alpha because when he's with his girlfriend, he just goes really fast. And then he started. Yes, I don't think he realized how bad that was. And then he just started like spouting like racist
Oh.
one after the next.
Ah.
So we nicknamed him Jackrabbit.
Dead.
It was just, let's see, who's
Oh, hold on. I'll be back. I gotta make a phone call real quick.
all right. Yeah, it's probably just getting filtered. Matthew, you experienced racism at McDonald's. What happened?
I'll plug it off the text now number. I'm scared for what Punk is gonna say.
Are we listening to another vibe? Is that-
She said, Dada said she
Wait, what? Actually, Flags, even when we're not talking about race, you still come in and talk about race.
Oh, y'all work together. 0.1K. 29. Whoa, come on.
Does anyone
Come
else hear
on.
that, or
1K
is
to
it
1.
just me?
Keep going.
Yeah, we can all hear that.
What
Y'all.
is it?
Look, we're
That could be bullying, Gavin.
Sounds like there's another live being played.
Long Wang Silver, that's not true. What is this racism that white people are experiencing? And why aren't you doing anything to dismantle it? And yet you're here, so that makes you sad as well.
That was weird.
Yeah.
I thought I was the only one that could hear it, and I thought I was losing my mind.
Hello, how are you doing, nigger? How are you doing? How are you doing tonight, nigger?
Look, that's another one, Grammy.
Another one, what, nigger?
You kiss your mommy with that mouth?
Why would I kiss my mother?
Because that's what guys like you do. You do more than kiss your mommy. We
Y'all
all
have to be better
really
than
are.
that.
How you Shibuns doing tonight?
We're all right. How are you doing?
Doing good. Just sitting here talking shit to niggers all night.
Really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
it is very interesting.
Do you show your face, or do you always just do it behind an account?
Well, I show my face sometimes.
Go ahead and do that for us then, if you're so 10 toes down on what you say.
Where's your face, nigger?
My face is on my profile. I just posted a brand new video.
Yeah, nobody wants to see that shit.
Well, that's a you opinion, I suppose.
I don't know. Judging from the comments, I'm not the only one.
The comments are a bunch of fragile ass white men, so who cares what they think?
And apparently you do. You sit up here with a post saying white people did not experience racism, so apparently you fucking care.
They don't.
What racism do you experience?
I have to sit here and listen to you fucking Shibuns bitch about it all the time on TikTok.
Sir, you came in here. You could leave. Only you control your phone. If you feel like you're being bullied, poor baby, scroll out of the live.
I don't feel bullied at all. I just love sitting here listening to y'all champ out.
Is this really how you get your job?
I mean, I disagree with them. I disagree with what they're saying.
You got to stoop to this level. To
Sound like
get
a bitch.
You got to stoop. I am a bitch. Deal with it. You got to
Bro,
stoop to this level.
Nah, you know what? I'm on the racist dude side.
You got to stoop.
My nigga.
Of course you are.
I'm on the racist side, dude.
Of course you
Yeah,
are.
calling me in
You
like,
guys got to stoop to
Nobody
that
shall.
kind of a level. You can't even act like adults.
I wasn't even talking to you.
I don't give a shit who you were talking to. I was speaking.
Shut up, bitch.
Ooh,
Wow, that's
you're
classy.
so
You
scary.
must be conservative.
Hey,
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
I ain't no conservative. I like Hitler.
I'm a
Do you
conservative.
guys think that I've never
I
been
hate
called
Trump
a
and I hate
bitch
Biden. I
this
wish
year?
Trump would have got fucking shot, and I wish Biden would join him with COVID.
Interesting.
Wow.
It's so boring at this point. Like, it's not even. My 12-year-old grandson could come up with better.
Well, Flippy,
Like,
you just
he'd
bring your
at
ass
least
up
be
there.
like your refrigerator's running or something.
Flippy can come up if he wants.
Are we all like answering the question on the thingy?
I mean, well, it's a statement, but
Yeah.
yeah, you would be
I
the
mean,
first.
probably like honestly, it probably is racism, but it's really not that bad. It's like not anywhere comparable to like any other races that have it much worse. I don't understand what's so hard for people to understand about it. Like, there is, but it's like not that bad. I don't. It's like a whole thing. It's like it's really not that bad. People are complaining about white people and there's racism. That's literally it.
So you don't think it's a big deal?
No.
Racism.
Have you actually like? Has anyone been seriously like racist to you to the point where you can compare it to any other like persecution of a minority?
You know, I think we do experience racism, especially when it comes to the government bureaucracy, because, they like to blame it on white supremacy and whatnot. But if you really look at it, the Jews are 2% of the population, but like 85% of the government
Which
bureaucracy.
people?
And
Or what are
it's
you
fucking
even
false.
on about?
Hello?
It's just fucking false. It
Hang on,
literally
Jay.
is.
You're telling me that
And
white
the only way,
supremacists do
in my
not?
opinion, for you guys to make amends and all that, is you niggers should get the checks
What
from the
the fuck are you
federal
on
government,
about?
Hey,
which are owned by
you're a
the Jews,
scumbag. You proved the
and get your
point.
guys
Hey, yo, that's
reparations. Maybe that would work out.
garbage.
Maybe that would fucking work out.
You
Then send
proved
y'all
the
fucking
point,
respect.
you piece of garbage. Everybody report him.
That's crazy.
We hear him. We're letting him show his ass, and we're not giving him the reaction that he wants. For the most part.
Type shit.
This
Wait, so
starts
do y'all
every
do
time.
y'all agree with me on that? Like on that
Happens-
statement?
This happens every time that the live gets
No, I don't agree
restarted.
with you.
They come
What's
in and they do that.
what's your argument?
I feel like white people can definitely experience racism.
That's
Definitely.
that's what I said.
Because I'm gonna
That's
tell you some personal experience. Like me, I went to a school with like 70% black people, right? And I was like I was the minority there. I was like one of the only white people. And
Why did
yeah.
they were very racist against me, you know? Like,
You have a bingo? Did
But
you get
was
a
it
bingo? So melanated. Did you get a bingo?
oh the oh let me get my card.
Oh, you're not playing?
was it like actually comparable to like
Hang
any other
on.
minority that is seriously persecuted?
Guys, hang on one second.
I mean, I get the same amount of racism
Okay.
as
Wait, can everybody just mute for a sec? Because there's so many people talking at once.
Everybody's going to stay muted for a minute. In that amount of time, while everybody remains muted, please tap the screens. There's only 1.9 likes in here. It is 11:53. In the next 7 minutes, we can get that up to 5,000. We need to tap the screen, put F1 in the chat, hashtag TikTok shop, and let's boost the live and get it going so we can get more people in to have the conversation. Tell them what you were going to tell them, so melanated.
I was gonna ask a question. Why do white people love using percentages?
you talking to me or who we talking to?
Well, that's a question that anyone can answer.
Because
Oh, well, I
percentages
have
are
a
easily
well, I mean,
easy to
percentages are
manipulate.
good ways to, look at data and how stuff happens in the real world, you know? You know, we use data. Yeah,
You
it's
can
always
just
statistical.
manipulate statistics. If you bend it the right way, you
No,
just manipulate it.
no, you just look at core facts, like factual statistics, you know? It's not like we're going on Facebook and looking at statistics. We're looking at actual documented things, you know?
Documented statistics, and there's no look, and you just
If
look at it
you're
from the face value.
if you're
And
Are
so
you talking
keen
about
on
like the
facts,
percentage
oh
that I
hell, I
made?
know you hear me speaking. Stop it.
I'm sorry. I'm
If you're
so
so
sorry.
keen on facts, then why is it so hard for everybody to accept the fact that white people do not experience racism? Because that is a fact.
That's not a fact. Because I've definitely experienced racism before.
It's a fact.
How you gonna? Okay, hold on. Where did you
Huh?
grow up? Is a question I have. Like, what part of the U.S. did you grow up in?
America.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't change the fact.
It definitely
My
does
own,
change where you are.
my own personal experience, your personal experience don't change the fact.
It definitely does. That's just ignorant. That's an ignorant argument.
Bro, I
Like,
think you just got bullied. I don't think people actually like racist towards you.
I got bullied. No, I wasn't bullied, but I was definitely some racist remarks thrown around. You know, I wasn't like thrown in a fucking locker and shit like that. But
So
it
you
was definitely
got so
racist
you
remarks
got
getting thrown
teased.
around.
No one can be
No,
racist
that's
to white
racism.
people.
Now, me, did it let it affect me? No, I didn't, because it's just I have thick skin, and like I don't really care if people are racist against me. But it's definitely racism. We're not gonna classify it as anything else. It's 100% racism.
All right. So Melanated is going to speak to whoever she's ready to, or they're ready to speak to now.
I'm just getting my bingo card set up.
Okay, go ahead. I'll cover till you're done. I see that Lucas is back from earlier. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah.
He's doing pretty good. Stay muted, Lucas.
Oh.
It's not your turn yet. Okay. We're gonna set an order here when So Melanated is done. Probably the order that everybody came in, which I think was period J, Lucas, Revelation. No, actually Xavier was there before Lucas. I seen him come in. So period J, Xavier, Lucas, and then Revelation. I'll write that down and put it in the chat. And So Melanated will be with everyone in just 1 second. John?
Right. Who was next?
Well, period and J were kind of talking to each other already. So I don't know if you want to engage with them or if you want to move on to whoever was next after that.
Right. Who was after that? Was it Revelation or was it Lucas?
Xavier came in, then Lucas, then Revelation.
Okay. Xavier. Hey again.
I think we can't hear you when you're teacupping, Xavier. If you're talking and you go off of the app, we can't hear anything you're saying.
Nice. Revelation. Your thoughts?
Yeah, how y'all doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
We hear you.
I want to say this right here. I've been working with my coworkers. All my coworkers are white. No, well, not so much now, but before they started out on they're older white guys, and we work at a hospital. So, but the thing about it is that when I first went with them, I met them up on a Christ, so. But as time go on, you find out more stuff about life. But I witnessed them go through stuff because they was dealing with me. You know what I mean? So I ain't never seen nothing like this in my life. So I know that yeah, it is. It can be like that because you have different classes of people and how people think. And I never thought that I would see white people didn't like white people, but that was my first time, and I kept seeing it. So even now to this day, I still see it because it came down to when somebody deal with somebody else and the other person is different, and but the difference is a better difference in the brain that person that they usually deal with, bring them to another recognition about life. And they start like my boss man, they like 70, 80 years old and they give me doubt. They give me hugs, they give me, talking about like, and they starting to talk like me, and I respect it because it's like a joining of understanding. It's like I respect it, but I tell you, I see it daily. I know it's a difference. Black people really don't know what really go on to that extent. I feel like that because I really didn't know until I seen it for myself. But yeah, of course, it really is. It's a difference. You know what I mean? Some people get, all people get oppressed in different ways, but even now to this day, it's different because it has to change up. But at the same time, though, it's all about, you're dealing with the hearts. And if I just like I said, yeah, I'm gonna
No,
say yeah.
no, I'm not agreeing with you. I'm gonna wait my turn so I can introduce myself. I think so, melanated nomad. This is me, DD10. I'm just on a whole other phone because I like to double dip gifting from both my little accounts. So it's me, DD10. But I'm gonna wait, host, until you call on me.
I was actually gonna call on you next.
Okay. Hey, so melanated, how are you?
Hey.
It's me, DD10. Like I said, I just love to double dip from both accounts to support my favorite creators. And you know DD, you're this is in that list. Grammy. Follow me back on this account. It's Grammy. Okay, Grammy, my baby. I'm up here in the corner. I'm on my dog account so I can build it up. Everybody already know. Follow me back. You already know. So, brother, I want to push back on what you said about your co-workers. They were actually kind of like, I don't want to say mimicking. I'm trying to find the right word without being insulting to you. If you're saying that they're rubbing off on you using the slang and the way you're talking, that's not
Okay,
good. That's not good. That's
no,
not
no,
good.
not
I'm not
that would that
done.
would that
I'm
would-
not done. I'm not done. Thank you. That's not good at all. They're tokenizing you. They're not like doing that to be your friend, right? So when you're saying, "Oh, I think that I'm rubbing off on them," that's not something you want to do because, for one, they're always stealing stuff from us, from Black people. We can't never have our own. Number two, they can and will never ever experience racism or being oppressed. When have a minority group? When have but the Black community, Black and brown and indigenous community, has ever oppressed another group of people and benefited from it all at the same time? When are there laws made specifically for white tea people for protection? They will never ever experience oppression or racism. So I think you have a lot to unpack to do. So that's why I'm not gonna go hard on you. You actually really do have a lot of unpacking to do because what you described, that's not
I
a
ain't
good look.
finished. Can I explain what I meant by what I said? Because I don't think you got me on that right there. I really don't care for the daps and the hoods because they don't it don't impress me at all. So what at heart by them dealing with me, what I'm saying is I seen a lot of people stop dealing with them because they was dealing with me and because they was and it's yeah I say I'm not saying they're you saying oppressed, but I'm telling you in a way yeah in certain circumstances yeah they could be. You know what I
No, they
mean? I'm
can't.
not.
They can't. I'm sorry, they can't. They cannot.
What what depth are you? What depth it has a depth to it? Because I
Yes,
don't get it.
I mean, while it's not about the depthness, they would never ever be oppressed, experience oppression, or experience racism. I'm trying to help you
That was
understand.
racism. What I saw. That was racism. What I
No, it was
saw.
not.
Okay, what did you do? What happened for you to think that the white people that were your co-workers was had racism thrown against them?
When they
And how
had,
did it
because
affect
it
you?
was how did it affect them. They had to
I want
move.
to
They
know
had to move
what
their
the
stuff. They
scenario
had to
was.
move their stuff.
What actually happened for you to say that they had racial epithets thrown at them, or they were racially discriminated against, and how did it affect them? That's bullying.
Names,
That's bullying.
or
That's not racism. That's bullying.
Did
Can I
you?
say something real quick? Can I say something real quick, sis? Let me say something. I did 14 years in the chain gang. I got 3 battery on the Leos. I got jumped on by police, all white officers, all the time. You feel me? I burnt somebody's house down that called me a monkey. You feel what I'm talking about? Like, I've been there. No, I'm talking about? I've been there. The spirit took me through
Yeah,
that. I
because you're a
went through
black
that.
man, sir. You're a black
Yeah.
man, and you've been called those names. That's racist. If we call white people names, that's not racist against them from us. We can be bigoted. That's about the only thing we can be. But we can never be racist against white people. We can't even be
It just
prejudiced against them because I know you understand what prejudice means.
Yeah, I know what all of it
Okay,
mean.
so we have a reason to prejudge them because of our history, right? We have every
Right.
reason to be skeptical. We have every reason to keep our head on a swivel. We have every reason to always be aware of who's surrounding us, meaning the white people. They don't have to ever worry about that. So again, we can be bigoted, but we can't even be prejudiced, especially racist.
Wait, hang on a second before you continue. Grammy,
Yes.
there are lots of bingos in the chat.
Oh, are they? I didn't know if we were
Yes,
counting the chat. Or are we counting the chat?
we're counting the chat.
Oh, well then hell, I probably had bingo an hour ago. I didn't know we were counting the chat.
Thank you.
Bingo. We all got bingos then if we're counting the chat.
Bingo.
Speaking of bingo, how many people would be interested in a weekly white people bingo game?
I'm down.
I would be interested.
No, no, Lucas. You don't. No. That's not.
Why not?
But maybe I'll start doing regular kind of bingo, like where I go to bingo and go live. And if you want to come to that, you can. But like,
I would like
you
to.
don't
Thank
get
you.
you don't get to play this bingo game.
All right, Grammy, you got it.
Right, so who wants to play regularly? DD?
I play it your way, the way
Wait,
you.
why can't he
Yeah, we're
play?
gonna. That's the plan,
Why can't he
DD.
play bigger?
Thank you, my love bug.
Yeah, that's
I-34.
the plan, DD.
Xavier, you in?
Yeah.
Wait, but Xavier's not. Wait, Xavier's not. Wait. Guys, what's going on here?
Xavier doesn't say racist things, Lucas.
I don't say racist things. When have I
Is he
said
a
a racist
racist,
thing?
bro?
I was in here earlier. I said nothing racist.
Oh, you did a whole lot earlier.
I don't remember. Please, can you remind me?
Did a whole yeah. Look,
What was I
Lucas,
saying?
these games, this crap isn't funny.
Okay, Graham, I'm sorry. I
Either
still would
mute
like to play bingo.
yourself and act appropriate.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you have alpha, and jackrabbit energy.
Thank you. I am the alpha.
If you have to say that, you definitely are not. Right, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. DD and Revelation were having a conversation.
Yeah, shit. Let me let I know what your last question was, Miss DD.
I was just trying to explain to you the difference between what you saw those white people experience, and if there were other people that started acting a little weird or funny to them because they were dealing with you. Were they white people or were they black?
That was that was YT. And
People,
it
a
was
couple of black
you know,
people.
yeah, you got a couple, yeah, of course, yeah. Yeah, I
So
seen, yeah.
your co-workers that were kind of like dapping it up with you, and you guys were, intermingling and hanging out. But the other white tea people, they were upset with the white tea people that was actually being nice to you and considering you a friend, and you guys were okay, and the other white tea people didn't like that for the white tea people, meaning your
Right, man.
co-workers.
Right.
Yeah, that's and back in the day, what your white tea co-workers would have been called? The N-word
Mm-hmm.
lovers,
Mm-hmm.
right? And
Right.
they're upset because they wanted to hang out with you, but see, you still have to watch those type of white people as well because they're dapping it up with you.
Oh yeah, of course.
You get you get you get what you get what
Yeah,
I'm
because
saying now.
right. It's I don't believe me. I have to straighten my own. Yeah, I have to straighten them too because
Yeah. That's
it's a
all I was saying.
string.
It's all love, King. That's all it is. It's all love.
Yeah, I
I
had.
just want to help you to be careful. You know what I mean? Because they would play in your face. They would definitely play in your face. Once you don't do what they ask, or say if they done something for you, the first time you tell them no, they would throw all of that in your face. Or the first time you disagree with them, or they will like use you like being a token, like, hey, it was not like this Revelation. Oh, Revelation knows. Don't let them handle you like that because they would spend that token meaning you, and then it's like, oh well, I have a black friend. Revelation, I have a black
I,
friend.
I
That's what I
yeah
mean by like token. They're
yeah.
not gonna do it in your face. You will
But
know
this
the cues, right? You can
but
determine.
these
Go ahead.
yeah these ones right here is like we don't it's like we help each other. It's like neighbor, if I
Right.
need something, you okay, I'm gonna look out, but I'm not all up under you and you're not all up under
I
me.
get
It's
you,
a work.
but that would be
It's
considered being anti-racist. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. If they're practicing anti-racism, but all
right,
that
right.
AAVE and acting like you, that's what I meant. That's not a good look. That's what hurts.
Oh
That's not
yeah,
a
yeah.
good
No,
look.
they
I
just
get it.
it's
I
just
get it.
you know how the culture is.
Yes,
Everybody tend
I
to pick up a
definitely
habit,
get it.
right?
I can hear it in your voice. You would know the difference. Like, hey, that dapping me up. But what I'm hearing in your voice is you're still aware in the back of your brain. Did I get that
Oh
right?
yeah. I'm a star
What I'm
seed.
hearing in
I'm
your
always
voice
aware.
is I got you. You don't need
I'm
nothing
here
to
to
say more.
bring unity. I'm here to bring
Well, look,
unity.
look. I mean, I got you. But as far as that unity thing, we tried that, and look what happened.
Oh yeah.
You
It
get
go
what I'm
way back.
saying? So
Yes, ma'am.
we're here. I think you get it. I think you definitely get it, and I understand. That's your co-workers, and you guys are being coded to vote. But all I'm saying is just watch it because you
Oh yeah.
like what Muhammad Ali he's always saying, right? If you open a door and you see 10 rattlesnakes or regular snakes, you don't know which one is gonna bite you. So you always have to be careful. Meaning you don't open that door you can't pick them out, right? But you keep your
Right.
enemies closer to you. Not saying that they're your enemy, but still just watch yourself, King. That's all I'm saying.
Well,
Because we fell into that trap by inviting them in, thinking that they're our friends, inviting them to our culture, and then have it to be stolen away from us and be slapped in the face with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
As long as you're aware of that, then you're good. We're good. I just wanted to make sure that, and I think I'm hearing that in your voice. That's where you
Oh
were
yeah.
at,
Yeah.
babe.
Yeah. Definitely.
And thank you
Definitely.
for hearing me out because I didn't want you to think I was like trying to bum rush you or anything like that. I love my black king, so I think you're on the right track. I think you know what you're doing, but just still be
I love
careful.
it. Yes,
And
I
it's
love
coming from
I love my
a place
queen.
of
Yes.
love. That's all.
Yes, I
can I
respect
interject
that.
for a second?
Thank you so much, Revelation. I appreciate that.
Can
No
I
problem.
interject for a second?
Sure, go ahead, Aaron.
Well, Muhammad Ali pretty much specifically said that because when the interviewer told him, about how not all white people are racist, and Muhammad Ali said that there are white people who mean right and want to do right, but they're so far in between. And for me, not to pick and to take off the quote for a second. I would say that the amount of white people who are truly anti-racist are in the hundreds. They're not in the thousands. They're not in the millions. They're in the hundreds. And getting back to the quote, if 10,000 rattlesnakes came to my house, let's say of those 10,000, there were 1,000 that didn't want to bite me. I knew they were good. Should I let those 1,000 rattlesnakes in, or should I keep my door shut and stay safe?
That door getting slammed shut with Gorilla Glue. For real, for real.
I need you to say that again.
I
Okay.
had no idea what
You
that
said
meant.
it way perfect than I did. Brother, you like nailed it. Can you please for us repeat that, because you said that so eloquently. I love that.
I'll say it again. The amount of white people who are truly anti-racist are in the hundreds. And Muhammad Ali said it best. If there were 10,000 rattlesnakes that came to my house, let's say out of those 10,000, there were 1,000 that didn't want to bite me. I knew they were good. Should I let those 1,000 rattlesnakes in, or should I keep my door shut and stay safe?
That's just the dangest way to look at it, to be honest. Like,
I would keep them out and stay safe, because one thing about it, I never trained 100 rattlesnakes. I don't know them. 100 rattlesnakes.
Yeah, I don't know them.
but like, why would you think like
I
that?
don't
Though?
know them.
Like, that's just a.
Huh?
I'm saying, why would you like have the mentality going in like that? That's just like the
Wait.
horrible mentality to have.
What kind of mentality? To be cautious of snakes? You don't know which one is gonna bite you. Of course, you're gonna be cautious.
I
I'm
mean,
scared of snakes.
get the analogy. I'm talking about like the what we're actually talking about. What I'm saying is like you shouldn't be cautious of like who you're talking to. You shouldn't
you
automatically assume
not.
somebody's racist because
Are
they're
you
white.
white tea or black? Are you black or white tea?
You talking to me?
Jay, are you
I'm
black?
white.
Okay,
I'm
well,
white.
see, that's not for you to say because you're not a black person. You can live
I
that
mean,
way.
that's just as a person.
No,
Like that's just like
no, sir. I'm sorry. No,
They
you're
have
not a
hundreds of
black
years of
person.
experience.
Exactly.
say that again. I didn't hear that.
They have hundreds of years of experience that
We're
tell
talking
them
about people.
white people
I know Didi does
are.
not
No,
have 100
listen
years of
to me.
experience.
Listen to what I am saying. Listen to what I'm saying, Jay. As a whole, they have hundreds of years of experience that tell them that white people are dangerous. And to be honest with you, they are dangerous. They are very, very dangerous. And
That
they
is
have every
rhetoric.
Wait, hold on.
reason.
Joker,
They
I have
have
a question.
every.
What race are you?
Hello. I'm speaking. They have every reason to be leery of white people.
Okay. Tucker, may I ask what your ethnicity is? Just real quick.
You can figure out the difference between race and ethnicity, then maybe I'll talk to you about it. But that's not the question you should be asking me, so no, you can't. I suggest that you either engage
Well,
with
I'm
the
gonna assume you're
conversation
white,
that
so
was
I'm not gonna
just
take you
taken.
seriously. I'm gonna listen to Didi because you know she
And
actually
what did Dee
makes a good
just
point.
tell you? What did Dee just tell
I
you?
don't
Did
know
you
because
not
you were
hear
just
what
talking.
Dee
I'm trying to
told
listen to her
you?
point.
Exactly. You weren't
Interjecting.
listening. You weren't
I was listening.
listening. No,
You
you
just
weren't.
butted in.
Thing.
A
No,
white
you
woman,
weren't.
Hold up,
a
Jay.
white woman
She's
just butted
Correct,
into a
because
black
wait a
woman
white
minute, Jay.
conversation.
men don't listen to anybody.
Exactly. She's
You
explaining
just butted
everything
in.
that
As
I
a white
said
woman, you
because,
just projected.
but she's a white tea
Oh,
person explaining it to you exactly what I said,
correctly.
and she's
Well, I
doing
don't
it
want to hear from
perfect.
her. I want to hear it from you.
Because you want to
I
get
don't want
off
to hear
on
it
her
from her.
trauma? Is that why?
No,
Is
because I
that
want to
why,
hear.
Jay?
I want to hear real world experiences from people that experience it. I don't want to hear that from a white woman. I want to hear that from a black
Then
woman.
listen to them when they're telling you. Then
Right, you're
shut
being
I
up
so
can't
and
because you're
listen to what
disrespectful.
talking.
they're telling you.
You're being
You're
so
talking.
disrespectful for no reason at all. Because I'd rather her tell you than me. That's who you should be listening to,
And that's
not
why I
me.
did it.
You should be listening to Tucker, not me at all.
Why would I talk to a white person about
Cause she.
They
black
don't
people's
owe you
issues? Like that's
anything.
dumb.
They don't owe you anything. They don't owe you education. They don't owe you a
Okay, then
conversation. They don't
I'm
owe
keep
you
saying my
anything.
argument, and they
I
not.
seen So Melanated's box pop up. They're lighting up. They're trying to speak and they can't. So let's let them speak.
Why are you, Jay? Why are you more interested in hearing trauma than what's actually being said?
That's not even trauma. I just want to hear experience. Like
Why?
that's just experience. Like because that's valuable. That's a valuable information to know as a white person. To know some other
So,
person's struggles and experiences. That's important. And I would like to hear what they experience and how I can internalize that and understand what they're talking about.
But both the hosts
That's
and
just human. That's
exactly
human
right.
nature. Like what?
It's not. It is trauma. What do you mean? It's not trauma. See, this is why I say you need to talk to Tucker and you need to listen to the host because they both. That's the main people that need to be talking, and that's what they're trying to do. And you're not punching down on it.
I'm talking about. I'm trying to get to the topic at hand. You saying white people do not experience racism? I disagree. That's the thing I disagree with.
so why don't you give us
And you didn't want to
examples of
listen.
when
Sorry.
you, as a white person,
Okay, I'll go ahead.
experienced
I'll go ahead.
racism?
I'll give you one. So, me, I used to when I attended back when I was in high school. When I attended high school, I went to a majority black high school, 70% black. So, majority were black. I was the minority. I was the white, only one of the few white people that went there.
That
And
doesn't make you a minority, to be clear.
in the school, that is by definition, that's a minority in the school. Majority is black. The minority is white. Do we not understand that?
That's not what being a minority is.
Okay, you don't. You need to look up the definition because
Oh, you
that's
do.
exactly what a minority
Minority
is.
isn't about numbers.
What she was trying to
Wait,
say
hang
is the
on.
minority
Everyone,
that
hang on. Xavier, I'm gonna swap you out. All right, continue.
Okay.
Hello?
But that's what a minority is. A majority of people were one race, which is black, and the minority was white. There was less white people than black people that went to my school. So that's minority majority. If you argue that, I really can't push. I can't really tell you how it is. But I'm gonna keep going.
In
But
math, maybe, but not in any other conversation. That's
I'm
not what.
talking about in the majority of that school, I was a minority, 100%. That is undeniable. But continue with the story. When I was there, I experienced racism. It was a real thing. Now, was I like getting pushed in lockers and all that? No. But racism is racism, and I'm gonna call it out. That was racism. So
It's not racism. That was bullying.
that's not no. That was racism.
You're gonna tell
You
a
should
black
have.
person what racism is and what it's not.
Okay, let's look at the definition of racism. What is the definition of racism?
You tell me, since you know it. You know what
The
racism? You
definition.
experience. Okay, you say you experienced it. You tell me the definition of it. How about that?
The definition of racism, in my opinion, which is the right opinion, you should Google
No,
it.
that no. What the hell you mean? Your opinion, and your opinion is the right opinion.
Typical
Exactly.
white
It's
people
not my
narrative.
opinion.
Black.
It's the Google definition.
Oh
It's the
my
Google definition. You're
goodness.
so right. You're
Oh
so
my
correct.
freaking good. I don't believe this.
If you
I
Google the definition of racism,
don't need to Google anything because I live it. I don't need to Google anything. I live this
okay, then you should know
since
what
I
it
was
means.
born. We are the definition of it. So how you gonna tell me?
So if I look up on Google racism, it's just gonna say black people.
It's gonna say Didi is a gay black woman that experienced racism since the day she was born. Yes, that's exactly what it's
Okay,
gonna say.
are we trying to actually have an argument, or are you just
And
saying,
yes, and I'm giving it to you. I'm telling you, I'm a walking, breathing person that experienced racism every day.
okay,
of her
I
day
didn't
life.
say that. I didn't say you didn't experience racism. I
But
said
I
you
have a
you're
question.
trying to tell me. You said your definition, and what your definition is right. What
because it's the
definition
Google
is that?
definition. It is a textbook definition of what the word means.
Okay, you tell me what it is.
it's 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 critiquing another person because of their race.
No, that's not what it
Critiquing.
is.
What is racism to you
That
then?
oh my God, racism is not critiquing another person. If that's the case, wouldn't you think our Black lives would have been a little bit more easier if all they're gonna do is just critique us? That's not what
Look,
racism is. It's not a
this girl
critique, man.
this girl put it in the chat. Racism, prejudice, discrimination against a person
We
or
can be
people based
bigoted.
on race or
We
ethnicity.
cannot be prejudiced nor racist. We can be
That was
bigoted, of course we can.
Hey
that's
Jay,
that no, that's just not the
Jay,
same thing.
Jay,
What's up?
I have a question for you.
I got you. What's up?
How would you define race?
The color of your skin.
All right, carry on.
Okay, but people at my school were bashing me just because of my race. Now, was I like shoved in lockers and bullied about it? No, but it happened. It was a thing that was happening at my school. I was getting bullied for being white, and prejudice. It was prejudice against me that I was a white person.
You was
That
not
was a
being
real
bullied
thing.
because you were a white T kid. That is not why you got pushed in your locker.
I didn't get pushed in the locker. I just said that. I wasn't getting pushed in the locker.
Okay,
But it
but
was definitely
whatever
racism.
they did to you, it was not because of the color of your skin. It's because you were you were an easy target. They looked at you as a wimpy white T little boy. It's not because of the color of your skin. You was just an
I
easy
was.
target. An easy target.
I don't know if
I got
you.
bullied.
I was
I got
very.
bullied. We all got bullied, but that doesn't mean that it was the because of the color of our skin. I got bullied within my own community as kids going to school. But as far as a white T person, they did not bully you or do anything to you because of the color of your
How
skin.
do you know, Miss Didi?
That
How
does
do
not
you
make
know?
Listen, hold
racism.
on,
That's not
hold
what
on.
Paul, be
racism
quiet.
is.
I'm gonna respond to Didi, but Didi, you keep continuing.
Because yeah, thank you. Race, I'm trying to help you understand. I can't make you, I can only try to help you. What you experience, and we hear this a lot from white T people, especially white T men. Well, when I was a kid, I got jumped by 5 black boys. That's not racism. That's just some 5 white boys whipping your butt. That's all it
See,
is.
that's
Not
that's
because
that's not what I was saying.
okay. Have you ever been in a sundown town?
Yes, I live in one.
Okay, so you live to see another day, right?
I mean, yeah, but I mean,
Okay, so we won't be so lucky.
what are you talking about?
Do you know what a sundown town is?
I don't think
Can
he
you
does.
explain it? Can you explain it?
I'm not. I'm like
Do it,
my
Didi.
mutual Tucker said, and my sissy up here. We don't have to explain and teach you anything. Since you know what racism and all of that is, you should know what a
But
sundown town is.
the city that I live in
Here's the thing, Jay,
is a very
Jay, Jay, I want to tell you
Just say you
something.
don't know what it is, and I respect you more.
Jay,
that's
I
what I
want you to
said. I
hear me.
didn't know what it was.
I tried earlier to give you information. I would like to give you information now. The reality is that the black people on this panel do not owe you any answers. They do not owe you education. They do not owe you anything. Not one thing. Right?
Well, that's not
I am willing. No, it is true. So don't dare say it's not true.
that's not what I was gonna say. Why are you assuming that I
Okay.
was said that?
That's what it sounded like you were about to
We
say.
cannot.
I'm just
This
letting you
is
know.
this is the problem that this is the
Jay,
problem that this.
Jay, oh
Can I?
God, I'll just mute you.
Can I?
No. No, you can listen. The problem is you don't want to listen. You want to talk instead of listening to people. So I would like it if you would just remain muted until I am done, and then you can talk. Okay? I have a couple things I want to explain to you. First of all, I'm going to
Hold
encourage
on a
you
second,
to
Grammy.
Yep. Go ahead.
Despacito. Grammy's not the host. So that little insult that you just did was meaningless. All right, go on, Grammy.
Oh, if you'd like to pay for my dental help, you can feel free. You know, plenty of people need dental help. I'm no
You
different.
both. If I
You
had
can
it,
feel
you know
free
I
to
got
pay
you.
up for it. But like I was trying to say, Jay, I encourage you to go to justice.tougaloo, and that's TOUGALLOO. I think it's got 2 L's. It might only have 1. But justice.tougaloo.edu/map and then another /. And you'll find an interactive map of America's sundown towns. And sundown towns are towns that Black people cannot go in after sundown because they're likely to not make it out. And that's all the information I'm going to give you. You can go and do the education, the research on yourself, for yourself, and by yourself. The other thing I was going to tell you, mute back up because I'm not quite done. This is a picture of the racial hierarchy in this country. We don't have to like it, but the reality is that this is how our country runs. This is the racial hierarchy in this country. I don't agree with it, but this is what society goes by. All right? There's nobody above white people to push down on them, not based on race.
You are lying. Obama was president, ma'am.
So
That's a lie.
I could hit the lotto tomorrow. That doesn't mean anything. Shut the fuck up until I'm done. There's nobody above. When I'm done, I'm gonna drop. Nobody.
Why didn't
above
you
white
shut the
people.
F up while Jay was speaking?
Why can't
I don't
you
have
give
to.
her
Amen.
Mom, thank you.
Nobody above white people to push down on them based on their race. There's nobody under Black people for them to push down based on race. In all reality, racism is reserved for the people who can push down on everybody. And that's only white people. Everybody else can push against each other, right? They can push against each other. So anti-Blackness, anti-indigeneity, anti-Asian, right? But they can't push down. And I know that that's a hard reality, but I encourage you to go and do your education and research about that, because I think I'm safe. I haven't said too many choice words, so maybe I won't drop. But
Listen, we live in a
society.
But we live in this. To put it like this, what Granny is saying is that we live in a society where if you're white, you're all right. If you're yellow, you're a mellow fellow. If you're brown, move around. If you're Black, get back because you're whack. Okay? We live in a society where Black people are seen as less than human and have no rights that a white man is bound to respect. That's why you see all of these cave demons continuing to unalive us, continuing to justify the unaliving of us, all the while treating our music, our culture, and our bodies like costumes, accessories, and fetishes. It doesn't make any sense to me why so many of our people want to be friends with them, knowing that they still have this inherent anti-Black hatred towards us.
Why do you think every white person has that feeling? Like, you just think all of us are
because they
hating?
do.
Like,
Because
Jay
has indoctrinated you to believe
Jay,
it.
I'm gonna stop you right there, baby.
No,
This is
y'all
actually
been
juicy
talking the
pie.
whole time.
No,
Let me
but
talk,
hold on, baby.
Let me
Hold on.
talk.
I got one question. I got one question for you, and I'ma seal it right here. Do you have a Crown Act to protect your hair, your hairstyle, and your heritage? Do you have a Crown Act? Do you even know what the Crown Act is? I've been listening to you for a minute, baby, and everything you talking about. Mind you, I am a Black woman with natural C4 curly hair. In some places, mind you, I'm in the South, baby. I'm in Knoxville, Tennessee. Okay, exactly. Where your Proud Boys just marched in Nashville. So welcome to the South, baby. Where they actually tell hold on. No, Jay.
Don't
Jay,
interrupt her.
you got two ears, baby, and one mouth. I'ma need you to close your mouth. Now, you want to hear the struggle of a Black... No, not see. You have unmuted. You got 2 ears and 1 mouth. And I'm in the South. I live it every day. I'm not that far from Texas where a young black boy did not get to graduate because of his hair. But it's so funny that when Kim Kardashian breaks out with braids, now it's okay. We have been discriminated. We have been told, baby, look up your constitution, okay? When it comes to being black, not only are you not considered 3/4 of a person, 3/5 of a person, you are also, read your constitution, baby. I'm sorry that you are a part of the No Child Left Behind, but read it. We are also not considered more valuable than livestock. What I need you to do on this panel, again, baby, you got 2 ears and 1 mouth. If you really want to learn how to make a change, shut the hell up and listen, because I'm black. I live it. I have a black son. I have a black daughter. You get to wake up every day and walk outside and nobody judges you by your color, baby. Your privilege is showing, and it's showing hard. You want to know why? You will never walk a day in my shoes as a black mother with a black son. I'm sorry, sir. Do you not remember the young black man that was walking, jogging through his own neighborhood? He lived there. He had the money to have the house. But because the color of his skin, he was unalived. We can't even jog no more, baby. I'm going to need you to sit down and have a seat.
Why are you
Classes
yelling?
in session. Classes in
Not Aubrey.
session. Classes in session.
We
And
can
black
have a civil
folks got
conversation, but
one
you
lesson
yelling.
for you. Jay, see again. Right. Shut the fuck up.
No
That's
cussing.
y'all
You can't
problem.
cuss. You
I'm
can't
not
cuss.
done.
No
I
cussing.
have not. What you're not gonna do as a black woman, see, I get you. The way I'm talking to you right now, you say I'm an angry black woman. But
That's not what I'm saying.
class is in session,
Nobody.
baby. Class. I'm sorry,
Why,
your teacher did not teach you
why
black
are you pushing
history.
judgment on me?
No,
You
baby. Baby. Okay, bring it. Come on. I'm a black woman. You was talking shit to my Grammy, but I'm a black woman on this panel, so bring it. Let's
Okay,
go.
that's fine. But she white as hell. Why you defending her?
In session, baby. Class is in
You the white
session, and
woman.
I
You
only
defending the
got
white
one
woman.
lesson for you. Let's go.
You defending the
What you
white
got?
woman. Like what the fuck? What's going on here?
You obviously don't understand the black struggle with your white privilege. That's the problem. You're not gonna get up here on a black panel and create this. Hey, okay, Proud Boy. Okay, Proud Boy.
You talking to me?
Okay, Proud Boy. You just let me know exactly who your daddy is. How about that? And I live in.
My
Okay,
dad.
Proud Boy. Just because you say you
I
got
don't got
black
no dad. My
friends,
dad's in jail.
just because you say you have black friends, baby, don't mean you even compare
I
to
don't even
what
got
we
no
go.
friends, to be
Exactly. Can
honest.
you wake up in the morning and not walk out your door and be a suspect? Can't you do that?
I mean, everybody's suspect here where I live.
No, baby,
I live in
no.
Shreveport,
My
Louisiana.
Grammy,
Everyone's
no, my
suspect here.
Grammy was just up here as a YT woman, okay? And she just educate. No Child Left Behind. How old are you?
I just turned 18.
Right, exactly. That's a minor. He ain't got no,
I'm
age
18.
check,
What you talking about?
exactly.
That's
And
You
I'm
have
from
I
the,
just
no
turned into a
experience,
grown man. What you
baby.
talking about?
You
I'm from
don't
the,
even,
and I'm
you
from the,
don't have enough life experience to even talk to me as a black woman about what I go through, baby. I'm 42. I got a son the same age as you. And exactly,
Congratulations.
with your white,
Congratulations.
no, but baby, with your white privilege, guess what I gotta tell my black son? Guess.
Go
To be
ahead.
okay, to watch his words, to watch his manners, because of a proud boy like you.
10 and 2.
Proud boy. I ain't proud.
You really don't understand. Exactly, babe. I live in a sundown city. Okay? I'm not
Why
that
would you live
far
in a
from
city?
Gatlinburg. Did you?
I don't understand
I'm
that.
about to break your heart. I'm about to break your heart. Because you one of them proud boy. Baby, Dolly Parton is racist. UT football team is racist. I live in a sundown town. Now, what you got to say? Cause you really don't know nothing at 19,
Well, hold on.
baby. I got a son
I back to the.
I have a son your age. If
I
you
want to
was
go
in the
back.
car, if you was in the car with my son, 19 years old, being YT, mind you, he loved the drag race. He loves the drag race. But if he was in the car with you, guess who the police department is gonna look at as being the degenerate? That is my son, not you. Your
I
YT
think it was both of
privilege
us, to be
is
honest.
baby. Look, Google is free.
Okay,
Google
that's fine.
is
I want to
free.
go back to the
Okay,
first argument
y'all
we
have the
had with
best
hair.
library ever.
The hair thing.
You
I want
are
to go back to the hair thing 'cause
19
I gotta
years
go.
old. I'm gonna need you to Google Black Wall Street. Okay. Do you not understand that there are cities in America that black people ran and y'all flooded it, baby?
I didn't flood shit. I stayed
Google
here in
it.
Louisiana.
No, before you open your mouth again as a young man, if you really want to call yourself being anti-black again.
How am I anti-black? What are we talking about?
Yeah,
You just pushing
oh,
words in my
you
mouth.
had
I
a
never
lot
said
to
that.
say. But see, exactly, look, obviously you don't know our struggle because you are not us.
Of
You
course,
bump,
of
hey
course.
baby,
I
you
fully
bump.
agree with you.
First of all, you bump Kendrick Lamar. They're not like us, and you don't even know he's talking about you.
No,
He's talking about
people that were like,
you.
he's talking about a Canadian that tried to lump in with American
YT,
people.
is he not
What are you
YT
talking about?
presenting? Is he black? Is he
I
black?
mean, he was pretty much. I mean,
He
he
is
black,
still
yeah,
even
but he was from
it,
Canada.
baby. Yeah. Age check, not old enough. He's not old enough. He's
I'm
not old
18. What are you
enough.
talking
He
about?
ain't experienced it.
You're
He
not old
ain't
enough.
even
And
experienced
you
life.
say you're from Shreveport.
You're
I'm
old
from New
enough.
Orleans, Louisiana, and we don't get down like that. So what you talking about? That white people can walk out, or everybody's a suspect, baby? Born and
Now,
raised
whoa,
in New
whoa, whoa,
Orleans.
whoa, whoa.
That's everyone in Louisiana ever. What are you
What,
talking about?
baby? What, sissy?
DD. I didn't say it couldn't happen.
No, no,
I
no, no,
do
no,
have a
not you,
friend.
not
I do
you.
no,
Jay
but
said that. Juicy, no, Jay said that, not you, Queen, not you, sissy. He said that. And I was
Said
letting him,
what?
and I was letting him know I'm from New Orleans, born and bred in New Orleans, Louisiana. And he said that he lives in Shreveport. And when you brought up that how your black babies can't walk outside without being a suspect, he said, well, everybody's a
he
suspect.
ain't
I'm
never
from
seen
Shreveport.
it.
Huh?
I
Right,
live
exactly.
there. What are
Okay,
you
look.
I see it all the time. What are you talking
Okay.
about?
She right, Jay. The only reason why you ain't never seen it, baby, you're not black. Hello,
Right,
ding,
that's
ding,
what I
ding,
was
And I
ding,
saying.
ding,
agree,
ding, ding,
but
ding,
this wasn't the
ding.
argument.
Right,
This
sissy,
was
that's what
never
I
the
was saying.
argument.
I was explaining,
You know
letting
what,
him know.
Jay? DD, I got him.
All right, baby. All
Jill,
right,
can you
Grammy,
see
I
that
got it.
prompt
You
that
know
says
what,
white
Jay?
people do not
You know
experience
what,
racism? That's what
Jay?
we're arguing.
I'm gonna put it
That's
to
what
you
we're
like
arguing.
this, and I'm gonna land my plane, baby. It must be nice to live like an ostrich with your head in a hole, and you can't see anything going on in front of
That's what
you.
you're doing. That's literally what you're
No,
doing.
wrong.
You are yelling
Jay,
over
Tell
I'll
me
me,
argue
not
how.
for
letting
you
me
if
get a
you
No,
want.
word
come
out.
on. Tell me how. No, tell me how.
I'm saying you shouldn't think of all people, one race of people as evil. That's
I'm
that's
sorry.
wrong.
I'm sorry. Did you read your history books
You
though?
saying I was up
No,
there marching with people.
history.
I have no clue what you're talking
His.
about.
No, see,
What
Jay.
people were I
His
marching with?
story. His story is yours, not mine. His story.
His
His
story is
story.
not mine,
Just
man.
because, hey,
Ma'am,
just because
no,
you want to
no.
paint a perfect picture to make up for your ancestors, don't make it right, baby. You
I
are
am not related to
19.
those people.
You
What are
are
you talking about?
19. Nah. You don't know what it's like. Again, I got a 19-year-old son. You don't know what it's like to be black in
Yeah, I know,
America.
because I'm not black.
Right? So
Obviously.
shut the
This is
fuck up.
obvious. I never
Shut
said
the
that.
fuck up. Shut
Why are you
up.
cussing? You
You
gotta relate to
can't
cussing
you
to,
can't
like, because you're
negotiate.
losing.
You can't negotiate, baby. You can't
I am
debate.
negotiating. You just yelling. You yelling
You
over
can't
me.
debate
You have
until
no
you can
respect
walk a
for
mile in my
the
son's
the art
shoes.
of debating. You have no
As a
respect for it because
black
you just
man,
yell.
I'm sorry, you are 19, right? Until you
Correct.
are a black 19-year-old male, you really can't okay, Proud Boy. I'm gonna call you out again. Okay, Proud Boy.
The fuck I say? You
Because
just
that's what you
you just
believe
insulted me.
in.
I haven't once insulted you, but you've been insulting me this whole time.
No, I have educated
Yes.
you. No,
Yes,
I've
ma'am. You have been
educated
doing
you.
that.
There's a difference. I've listened to you spew your rhetoric.
What rhetoric am I spewing? Like, you gotta explain to me that it's
Like
hateful.
black people actually have a way. No, we don't. How can we have
Yes,
a
you
way?
do.
I'm
What are
sorry.
you talking
Don't you?
about?
No. Matter of fact, I'm gonna ask you this last question, and I'm gonna land my plane. Don't the forefathers with the Constitution look more like you instead of me? So how do I have rights with a government that don't even look like me? Your forefathers that
You don't
built
see
the
Kamala Harris? She
Constitution.
look like you.
I'm sorry. Who was your social science teacher? Who was your
Social
history
science.
teacher?
I didn't have one of those. We were broke as hell in Shreveport.
Right. I need to know who your history teacher was because they failed you. Your history teacher failed you. You have no earthly idea.
We not talking about then. We talking about now. What are you talking
And
about?
it still lives to this day, baby.
Present,
Okay.
2024. What are you talking?
See,
You talking
Jay,
about 1776.
Jay,
talking about that
you
shit?
talk so much shit, but guess what? There was a young black man. There was a young black man around your age in high school in Texas. Guess what? He didn't graduate because he had locks. We get called nappy head. We get called when you when you wear them braids, baby boy. When you wear them braids, we get called nappy headed jigaboos. We get called unclean when we wear our natural hair. So again,
they did.
What you mean it don't happen to this day? There are women.
I'm saying, listen. You can't say that's a white people.
Ay, Dios mío.
They do that also. Listen,
you know what?
listen,
you are 19. I'm not about to argue with somebody
listen,
the same age as my son.
I know this.
Can
this
I
topic.
get an actual adult up here? I'm not about to argue with no baby that ain't ever experienced life. That's what I'm not about to do. He is 19, no experience, age check. Drop
if you
him.
look at the band programs and HBCUs, they also have their people.
Do you have a Crown Act?
They're not allowed
Do
to
you?
have
So, I'm sorry,
laws and
Jay.
stuff like that in
Jay.
HBCU
Jay.
bands. So it's the
Jay.
same
Do you
argument.
have
You
a
can't say it's
Crown
white people
Act?
thing that's
But
happening.
do you have to have a law protecting you and your hairstyle? No, you don't.
That's not a law. That's
Yes, it
protect a
is.
hairstyle,
Look
that's
it
not a
up. It's
law.
called the Crown Act.
That is a
It's
law.
called the Crown
Mr.
Act,
Know-it-all.
baby. Look it up.
Mr. Know-it-all, that is a freaking law.
Yes.
And a lot of states don't even abide by it. Mr.
Thank
I
you.
Know-it-all, man.
We have, as a black woman, I have something called a Crown Act. No matter how I wear my hair, I have to be presentable according to a YT person's image. I don't have blonde hair. I don't have blue eyes. Even though, hold on, baby, even though the black woman is the one that can actually house all of those genes.
Yeah, they don't like that in a black setting either. They do it at HBCUs. They make you cut your hair. What are you talking about? And same as that dude.
Talking about you a freaking idiot. You're a
Boy,
The same
boy,
as
but
Slipknot being able to
again,
cut his hair to
how,
graduate.
look,
It's
how
the
much
same
to
thing with
drop?
HBCU
That's a
bands.
baby.
They make
That's
you
a
cut your hair.
baby. How much to drop? I
And
will
you're not
drop
listening.
him
You're not
right
listening.
now. He's
You're
not
not
even
listening.
old
You
enough
lost.
to
I
have
win.
this
You lost.
conversation.
I win. I lost.
He can
I win.
sit in the hallways. Thank you. He's not old enough to have this kind of conversation. He needs to sit. Matter of fact, as a black woman on this panel, if you can't grasp what you have done wrong, like my Grammy up top over me, I'm going to need you to sit in the hallways because the class is in session and we only got one lesson for y'all. Okay? Stay
Right.
in the comments.
Right. I want to move on to Wahite Boy at the bottom.
Oh, sorry. Is it my turn? I can speak?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I wasn't trying to cut anybody off. My bad. See, I have a couple of problems, obviously. I bet you guys thought that I would. A couple of problems with this. When I was in school, which I graduated, I'm an adult, legally. When I was in school, specifically Yeah, when I was in high school, I think. I was thinking maybe it was middle school, but it was high school. I did actively get bullied and definitely experienced racism, specifically by a lot of different people. Not,
And
well, there's a difference. So, right, so bullying, I agree with you. It may have just been bullying, right? But let's say I was bullying somebody and they happen to be Hispanic, right? Or they happen to be black. It's bullying until I were
But wait a
to.
minute, because Hispanic is not a race, for one, and for two,
Not, I know, I was generalizing though. I
I'm
wouldn't
pretty
want to say
sure.
that.
I'm pretty sure you were here when I covered the whole hierarchy and all of that stuff. So
No, I did. Yeah. Well, I was just generalizing. I wasn't trying to. Whatever. If I bullied a black person, for instance.
no, baby,
it
hold
would-
on. No, it's not whatever.
Right.
I hate to break it to you. Okay, you see what I'm saying? But there is a difference.
Yeah.
There's a
No, I
huge
understand.
difference. There's a difference between your race and phenotype. Do you know what phenotype is?
Not specifically, no.
Right, and that's why the education in the U.S. has failed y'all.
This is
Y'all
why
really
No, it
don't
does.
even understand, baby. Okay, look, white boy, what do you check on your application? No, what do you check on your application? You're old enough to work. You know what I'm saying?
For
Exactly. What
what?
does the census?
Application. What am I checking? What am I
A
specifically
job
checking?
application?
I didn't ask that. I
Anything?
asked what I was checking. What am I checking on the
Right. What?
application?
Okay. What box do you check?
For race.
Oh, for
That's
race.
your
Okay. Well,
race.
we're arguing semantics, so you have to be very specific.
No, we're
But
not. No, we're not.
yeah,
'Cause
we
the
are.
government, look, baby. First of all, stop that shit. Y'all keep
What do
saying
you
it's
mean?
semantics, but the government only recognizes 5 races. What race are you? Ain't no beating exactly when you fill out an
I was.
application.
Mhm.
When you fill out a job application,
Yeah.
when you fill out for Social Security, what do you check in that box? That's your race.
Yeah. I was asking specifically
Yeah.
what box or what thing am I checking off? But yes, I check
What?
off
No,
white.
answer
Yes.
the question. No, see, don't what? Hey, stop beating around the mulberry bush, baby.
I just said it. I
What?
just said white, Caucasian.
Right.
Okay.
You have
So
more
can I
privilege than I do.
can I go back to talking what I was talking about though? Because you just kind of changed the topic. I didn't even get what I was saying off.
No, because you keep thinking that being bullying is
Well, you
being
didn't hear my
racist as well.
experience though before.
No, that's
It's
not
assuming.
racism.
bullying.
Wait, hold on.
First of all,
Hold on. Wait,
again,
wait, wait, wait.
I'm
Alice,
gonna
wait.
no. I got them, sis. I got
Wait, hold
again.
on.
Who is the 4
You're cutting
founding
me off.
fathers? Who is the 4 founding fathers of America? Do they look like you or do they look like me? Because the 4 founding fathers of America is the one that written the Constitution and declared that black people like
Benjamin
me.
Franklin was
Excuse
an
me, sweetie.
abolitionist.
I'm sorry you didn't study black history in
Benjamin
school.
Franklin was an abolitionist.
Can you stop interrupting her? You're being so
She interrupted me
rude.
first. What do you mean? I'm
Stop
trying to have a
interrupting
conversation.
her. Let her finish.
Did he just say? Wait. Did he just say what I thought he said?
Yes, Benjamin Franklin was an abolitionist. Yes, I did say that. At least
Oh
I
Lord
think it was.
Jesus.
I think it was Benjamin
Lord
Franklin.
G. Look, hey, it must be nice not to be black. It must be nice not to be black and just overlook what we've been dealing with for over 400. It must be nice.
I'm not
I'm
ignoring
glad. I'm
anything.
glad you are an ostrich baby living
I'm
with
not an
your head.
ostrich. I'm a human being. But
No,
okay.
you have your hole in the ground.
I have my
That's
hole
a
in the ground.
metaphor.
Do you mean
If you
head?
don't know what a metaphor is, that's a metaphor.
It's nice
Oh,
to
You
be
are
okay.
under
living
that
like
big
an
old rock.
ostrich
It's nice
with
to
your
live under
head
that
in
big
the
old
ground.
rock.
You might as well live up under a rock, baby.
Right,
Can
right.
can I ask a question?
Ask me a
Oh,
question.
Ellie, how you doing, Ellie?
It's
Ella
Love
had,
you,
not
baby.
It's
so
not
that,
list.
oh, is it Notless? Okay. Notless had their
Yeah.
hand up. Liberated sent a message, said to have Notless go, and then let me look. What did she say?
Wait a minute, not listen her.
Yeah,
I'm
Notless
right
is
on the
Oh,
side of
I'm about to
you.
drop.
here.
Not let's come up. Yeah, hey,
And
not
then
let's,
Lucas
Not
has
right
baby.
next
video.
to you.
So go
Wait,
ahead.
am
Go
I?
ahead, Notless.
Who?
I just want to hear what sir, can you tell me your name or a name other than what your screen name
Me? Are you
is?
talking about me?
Yeah, you.
Isaiah. Sorry, Isaiah.
Isaiah. Okay,
Yeah.
Isaiah, can you finish what it was you were saying? I want to get into it
Yeah. Okay. What I was
respectfully.
saying. Yeah, of course, respectful. I was trying to be respectful. I got kept getting cut off. But yeah. So what I was originally talking about was specifically in high school when I was in, and there is a difference between bullying and being racist. I was going to separate those two things because they are two different things. But I think it can also racism can be involved in bullying, right? So like me, for example, if I were to bully someone and they happen to be black, right? It would just be bullying unless I were to do something racist, like call that person a not so nice word related to their heritage, and like, you know what I mean? So if I were to say like the N word or something towards him and then I hit him, that would be bad. That would be racist. That would be a hate crime. So that being said, if the same thing happens to me, would that also not be racist, or would that just be bullying? That's just my question.
Bully. That's not
I,
racist.
Bullying.
It's just bullying. It wouldn't be racism.
I
If
tried
Yeah,
to
they
what's
tell you
racism?
that.
if they were to say something racist to me, well,
You
Isaiah,
got
what's racism?
look.
No
Until I
one can
call
be
you
racist to
look,
white
until I
people.
call you a cracker to your face, baby, and even then, that's not
That ain't even that.
racism. That's
how
not
is that?
racism.
Aren't you
That's
calling me a
can,
name
bullying.
that relates to
can,
my race,
can,
though?
can I say something right quick?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
First,
Of course.
I would like to correct a few for you, Miss. Like I didn't really hear what you said because my mind is so scrambled. Because there was a lot of people talking. Unfortunately, I just didn't get it all. So what you're saying, you experienced bullying in a predominantly black school. To summarize this up,
Are you asking me if I experienced bullying in a predominantly black school? Is that what you're asking me?
yes.
Yeah, where I live, it's predominantly black. Yeah,
No,
I
I'm saying
wouldn't
the
say I'm a
school.
minority, but in the school, I was a minority according to the people. Like, you know what I mean? I know
No, I,
Jay
no,
tried
I,
to make that distinction earlier.
no, I
Like,
don't.
it was
So
mostly
you,
black. It was mostly black people in the school, and I was a minority in the school. Not that I'm a minority, but in the school overall. Does that make
okay?
sense?
So I guess so, according to you.
Okay.
So
I mean,
I'm
yeah.
guessing what happened. I'm needing to know more in depth of what went on
So
because
just
I know
okay.
bullying means one thing and racism means another, and you cannot
Yeah,
conflate the two
100%.
because
Yeah.
they mean two different things. And so
Yeah, no,
this
100%. I agree with you.
this is my problem with it. Okay, this is my problem with
Well, I can give the
not just
example
you.
before you.
No,
Oh, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
this is my problem with the examples that white people say when they say they experience racism. That the only thing y'all bring up is scenarios where y'all are outnumbered or somebody has said mean things to you. And anybody that has experienced racism knows that it's deeper than a person bullying you, calling you a bad name. Racism is a whole system that has different sectors. But the most common thing white people bring up in regards to them experiencing racism is being excluded and or bullying. And that is the reason why y'all get so much pushback in this
Mm-hmm.
conversation because actual people who have experienced racism know that it's much more than a name calling
Yeah,
or
of
being
course.
excluded. So that is why white people do not experience racism because that's the only thing y'all can go off of. And that's simple. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful to you. I'm just laying it out like
No, no, of
straight
course. I
facts.
understand.
Not trying to be
Again,
mean.
So I just.
again,
Oh,
to back my sister up, do you have a crown act? And I'm saying, like, take a
I,
pause.
I know what it
No,
is.
no,
Yeah.
Google it.
I,
It does. No, Google
I'm
it. It
aware.
does exist. White boy,
I'm aware.
Google it. It does exist. It's like, okay,
I was.
picture having a
I,
law that says your hair is okay for you to go to work.
yeah,
Imagine
I
a
know what it is. I know
law.
what the Crown Act is. Yeah,
Okay, so why don't y'all have that?
and it's for all cultural hairstyles actually.
No,
It
baby,
is.
no.
It is.
Okay.
No, it's not.
Can I finish my conversation with him, please? I just wanna lay this all out for him because I feel like you're very young. Um, and I want you to be completely informed and I don't want the message to get misconstrued because you feel like juice is on you or
No,
whatever.
no, no.
But
It's fine. I understand.
she really trying to get you to understand. So do you know anything about the Tegan laws?
The what? I'm sorry.
Tegan laws? Because that's another thing that like black hair has always been policed. Let me give you a timeline, just a very
Okay.
short and
Yeah.
sweet timeline.
Yeah.
from the very moment that Black people, the West Africans, got over here on Turtle Island, aka United States, right? This is Turtle Island. They were
Yeah.
ripping our hair out of our heads. Okay,
hmm
they're ripping our hair out of our heads. They were stuffing our hair in mattresses, pillows, chairs, anything that you would require like cushion. They
Yeah.
used our hair. And they had these
Okay.
tegan laws where we could not um, wear our hair out. So that's why you see a lot of slave pictures or
hmm
movies or any type of artifact. You see those women with their hair covered, even Aunt Jemima.
hmm
And I know y'all done seen her on the pancake box, right?
Yeah. The
Right?
syrup. Yeah, I have
No, I'm
before. Yeah.
serious. I'm serious. Her hair was
I
covered
don't know
because
why you were laughing when she said that, and you called
he's
her.
young.
That was
He's
not
young.
funny.
I wasn't.
It's not.
Wait, I wasn't
I
laughing
just want.
because of
I
the
wanted him to
backstory.
relate to what I'm wanting him to relate to what I'm saying because
Yeah,
he's
I do
young. He's
understand.
Gen
I do
Z.
understand what you're saying. My bad.
So I didn't take no offense to it, but I wanted you to know what I like to give you a visual. They incorporated that because they saw African American hair as unkept and untidy, ghetto, ratchet, nappy, whatever. We could not show our hair except Sunday when they had us in church. Okay? Fast forward to today's time. And now I was just speaking to you about the Tegan law. Fast forward today's time.
hmm
2022, the Crown Act was passed because even in today's times, Black people hair is police. There's over 1,000 cases, right? And so it's not even passed in every other state. I know you don't know about it, but in your free time, please go to Google and research. The little boy that she's telling you about is a student that is from Houston, Texas.
Right.
Now, there are several other cases where children have been sent home with their hair cuts. Not
hmm
men and women not being able to perform their jobs, even down into the military. They police Black hair. Also,
Hey, Cece, you left one out. The baby that was a wrestler, and they actually cut his hair during the match.
That's what I'm talking about. And
So
so
I.
it. Hold on,
Oh,
and I'm gonna
my
go
bad.
a
I didn't know
step.
if you were done. My
No,
apologies.
no, 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 no. I'm gonna go a step deeper.
Okay.
Michelle Obama even spoke about her hair being policed while her husband was in office. So that's the
Thank you.
reason why. That's the reason why you're getting so much passion because it's not anger, it's not aggression, passion from what Juice is saying because she's trying to
hmm
get you to understand that the discrimination is real. And I'm gonna ask you one more question. I already know you don't know the answer to it, but I want you to know. Do you know who created race?
Who? What?
Do you know who created race?
No.
Gomez Desirara. Go whenever you in your free time. Gomez Desirara, a Portuguese man. He created the classifications of race that we live by today. Okay? And so at
Okay.
the top were white people. In the middle, there were other ethnicities or other races like Asians, Pacific Islanders, so on and so forth. In that totem pole, Black people at the very bottom are of all of that. So
Right.
it's this really impossible for us as Black people to be at the very bottom to punch up at white people and oppress them even down to our government. If you look at how many Black people have stood in office, um, pass bills, create laws, it's not us. And the reason why these conversations are important is because we have to know the history in the USA. Like Black people are not making these things up. I know people like to think that we are talking about things in slavery. We're beyond that. When slavery ended, whoever ended it, the racism that came with slavery did not. We're
Really?
experiencing redlining. We're experiencing medical racism. Like
And
it's
because
so
it's
many
still in our Constitution.
Environmental racism.
environmental racism. Also, one more thing I want you to go look up, and I know it's a lot. I'm trying to be very quickly and land my plane. I want you in your free time to go look up the 13th, the 14th, and the 15th Amendment. And it's going to let you know exactly how they feel about Black people in America. And I'll land
And
my
that's
plane
why I
there.
brought it up to you. It's
And
written
also
in the
Yeah.
and also
Constitution.
you can look up the Bacon Rebellion, and you can
Yeah.
also go watch the documentary Stamp. That would tell you just like my sister just said, how race was created. That will break it down. Everything that she said, it's gonna
Mm.
break it down word for word, section by section,
Yeah.
about where we lie. On this
Okay.
scale, which is the very very bottom.
Okay.
And can I
Yeah.
add some? Can I
Oh,
add something else? I know you want to speak. I know it's a lot of people talking to you,
yeah. My
but
bad.
I
I'm
just
just
want to add
yeah.
something. No, you're okay. I want to add something else.
Yeah.
Black people are inherently anti-black. We are, because of this system. Just like white people are inherently racist, we are inherently anti-black because of all the negative stereotypes surrounding racism. Like we're taught to not love ourselves. We're taught that black is this, black is bad, black is this, black is horrible. So we're all inherently anti-black, and we fight every day against being anti-black. So just like y'all have inherent
Yes.
racism, we have inherent anti-blackness, and a lot of us ain't even unpacked it. I'm a realist.
Colorism
I'm gonna
and
keep it.
colorism.
I'm gonna give it to you straight. I'm gonna just give it to you straight like that. Black people are inherently anti-black. That's just the way the system is ran, and white people are inherently racist. That's just what it is, and these conversations are needed. And I'm glad you're here.
And colorism as well, sissy. You can't forget that one.
That goes
Yeah, I
along
was
with
about to say the
anti-blackness.
same thing.
No, no,
Colorism as
no.
Colorism,
well.
all of that.
Colorism is included with anti-blackness.
Anti-black. You're right. Yeah. Yeah.
I am okay. So I'm very open to learning more about these things. I obviously I don't think I'm super educated in this topic, and I'll be very open about that. But I still think that I have a little bit of knowledge and experience to speak on these things,
Wait a
even though I
minute.
don't have either any of your points of views.
Wait. Hold up. One thing. You said you have experience and knowledge on black experiences in the black diaspora.
Can you repeat that one more time? You kind of cut out on my end.
You said you have you know because you have experience and knowledge about the black community, about the black diaspora and our experiences. You said you have knowledge of all of that. How would you have that knowledge if you're not a black person experiencing?
Well, see, that's the thing. I didn't just say that. So I said what I was just saying. I don't know if you misheard me or maybe I missaid it. What I was trying to say, unless I did say it right the first time, I was saying that I'm not very educated to the level that you
Right.
guys are.
Yeah.
And I was going to say before you were just started talking that obviously
Yeah.
I wouldn't know what life is like from your point of view. I'll never
Right.
know. Your
Right.
Juice was right earlier about what she was saying. I will never walk a mile in
Right.
her shoes. I'll never be able to.
Right.
And that's a valid point. I understand that completely.
Right.
Now I have a couple of things.
Okay.
So sorry,
Take your
but
time. Take your time. You're good. You're good.
okay, yeah. So two
Really
things.
quickly, I want you to understand that what you did say was that you have experiences too. But the thing that I think you don't get is that you do not have experiences with racism.
I think that you can have experience with racism without it being systemic racism. I think there's a
No,
difference.
your
That,
your
hold
statement,
on,
your
hold on,
statement.
hold on,
We
Oh,
can't
wait,
hold
wait.
on,
overtalk. We can't
hold on, Juice.
overtalk.
Hold on, hold on.
Go ahead. You go.
Systemic, like you're speaking about interpersonal racism, right? Right?
Can you repeat that one more time? I'm
Are
sorry.
you?
On my end, you guys just
I'm
keep cutting
sorry.
out. No, it's
I'm
okay.
sorry. Are you speaking? Are you talking about interpersonal racism?
I guess what is your definition of anti-personal racism?
I said interpersonal racism.
Yeah, what is your definition of that?
I'm
If
gonna
you
show
mute
you a
when
graph.
you're not talking, it will
I'm
help.
just gonna show you a graph really quickly. If I can get the big box, I don't know if the host is there.
Isaiah, don't unmute.
Here's the four types of racism, right? And then you see the structure. He can unmute. He can unmute.
I just wanted him to wait till you
Did
were
you
done
say your name was
talking because he's
Isaiah?
got like a fuzz. I think that's what he said.
My
Is that
name
what
is
you said your
Isaiah.
name was,
Yes.
Isaiah? Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Creates a fuzzy
Your name,
noise, and I think that's what's cutting out the sound.
thank you.
Do you want my mic
Okay.
muted?
So
Sorry.
do you see this? No. I want to talk to you. Do you see this structure up here?
Okay. It's a little blurry,
Do
but
you
yeah, I
see
can
where it
see
says?
the
Do you
interpersonal,
see the
internalized,
graph? That's what
institutional,
I.
structural. Yeah, I see that.
All
I
right.
just
Do
can't
you
read
see
the
the
text on the
structure,
bottom.
right?
Yeah, I do see it.
Don't worry
Yes.
about the text in the bottom. I want you to see the
Okay.
structure. Do you see where it says interpersonal, internalized, institutional?
Yeah.
Do you see how they all collide?
Yeah.
Okay, there's no separating it from the structure. So you can't separate it and make it its own thing. It's a part of the structure of racism.
But wait,
I
by
just
that.
want you to
Well,
hear, I want you to see that. You see
okay.
how they all intertwine into each other inside of the structure of racism? You can't take
Yeah, I
interpersonal
understand what you're saying.
racism and it be its own thing. I'm just trying to let you see, because everything that I am saying, I can't speak for everybody else, but everything that I am saying, you can go Google and research, like
Yeah, no, I
a
understand what you're
.org,
trying to say.
a edu. If that's the type of work you want to do, if that's the type of knowledge you want to grasp, if this is important to you or
Mm.
not, I'm not saying it isn't. But I'm saying, like, I encourage everybody to go do their research, because everything that I say is going to be backed up by a source, a credible source. So you cannot take interpersonal racism and make it its own thing. And you saying that you experience racism all because somebody being mean to you
Well, I
is
actually
like
never
not
got into
rooted
my
in anything.
experience. I never ended
Okay,
up
well
getting
then
into
go
my
ahead and
Wait,
tell us.
experience.
okay. No, what we're trying to tell you is what you're trying to convince us as far as racism, it's an oxymoron. It's an oxymoron, baby. You can't say that you experience it, but you're not black. It's like saying jumbo shrimp. Shrimp, the definition
That
of
is
the
a good
word
analogy.
shrimp,
That is a
some
good
say it means
analogy.
small.
That's
Right or
funny.
wrong.
You said what? Sorry,
Right or wrong.
I was laughing at the jumbo shrimp analogy. Sorry.
But I'm just saying that's what an oxymoron is.
No, no, yeah, I
So
know what it is. Yes, I'm aware. But
you know what I'm saying? That's why we're trying to educate you so you won't be an oxymoron.
no, I understand what you're saying. But I think the problem here, I think the disconnect here, is that I'm not trying to change anyone's minds. I'm trying to talk about my experience, and I feel as if I, for example, if I were black, for example, and I was talking about my experience with racism, and I said the exact same thing that I said, right?
If, keyword. No, but did you hear yourself?
Yeah, but
If
I would like the
you
opportunity
were,
to be able
no,
to talk
baby,
without being
that's an
cut off, though.
oxymoron. That
I
exactly. You can't say if and then talk about something like you literally live it. Baby, you were bullied. You were bullied.
can I okay.
Okay, exactly. I'm not
Can I?
saying that I'm not saying those black kids was right, but you
I
were
understand.
bullied. You see
I
what I'm
understand what
saying?
you're
Now
saying,
you
but
see the
just
difference.
yeah, but I have a question though. Can I? Is it okay if I were to continue my point without being interrupted? Because I was trying. I feel like I was letting you guys talk about your points. I wasn't interrupting, and
No, if
I don't feel like I'm
somebody
being
wants to interrupt you,
disrespectful.
they're going to interrupt you, and that's just something you're going to have to deal with. If you don't like
Why?
that, you can leave.
Wait.
Because
Why
it's
do I get to
our
be interrupted?
history. Look, again, baby. Look, white boy, I just met you. Forgive my passion. You know what I'm saying? But again, you have to understand until you can walk in a mile in my shoes as a black mother. So I'm saying again, you and my son is the same age. I don't wish any harm on you the same way I don't wish it on my son. However, there are people that are YT presenting. We want you to wake up. Yeah, they wish my son home. Like, you two could be the best friends, grown up for ages together. But the minute the crime, and you have to understand that too about they base us off the crime, creed, and kind. That's what they base us off of. So again, by you being a white boy, exactly. If my son was at your house, I can feel that he's safe to a certain point. Are your parents racist? So I'm saying, like,
No, nobody in my family is racist.
no. Listen to my question. You yourself might not be right. Like, you grew up with my son. So I'm saying, you guys are best friends. Here's what inherited racism is. Because your parents that was raised not to like my kind, baby, they do have a carbon copy print on you.
Yeah, it's like inherent biases.
You're like a carbon copy. I'm not saying that you yourself read black people that way, but you have a carbon copy. It's a footprint.
Okay, I understand what you're saying, but do you think that it would be a little hypocritical, in a sense, if I were to say that about you, but a different scenario, for instance? So if I were to
That,
say,
but
for
no, baby,
instance, wait,
baby,
but hold
baby,
on, wait, wait,
baby,
wait.
baby, stop, stop,
Juice,
stop.
wait,
That's
hold
what we're
on,
trying. No,
hold
that's what
on.
we're trying to tell you.
Wait, I just let you go on your whole. I let you explain your
But
whole thing.
YT people, okay, what is your culture? I'm gonna ask you that. What is your own culture?
Irish, French, European of some point.
No, I mean your
That's not
style.
a
No, no.
culture.
When I ask you I mean your style, your swag.
They don't have any.
You see what I'm saying? Look,
There's four
I
different
have to
people
break it
talking. I don't know
down
what's
to
being asked.
you. No, no, babe. When I say that's what I'm saying. FUBU, for an example, that was created by a black man.
It
You
ain't
know
for
what
you,
FUBU
boo.
stands for?
It ain't for
For
you,
us,
boo.
by us. Okay? Michael Jordan originally started his, you know what I'm saying, his shoes for black people. Now do you get where I'm going? Like, what is your actual culture? Sagging jeans. Even though we say sagging jeans is not appropriate, okay?
That's our
It is more
culture.
commonly, but hold on, it's more commonly found in black men more than it is.
Oh, what? Oh, okay. Um.
What?
Anyway,
Messed up. Somebody just got her flagged for bullying and harassment.
Oh wow.
Grammy,
I
can
did not.
I get a quick question real quick?
But
Because
she
I've
No,
been
you
waiting this
can
whole
wasn't.
wait,
time.
Lucas.
She
You can wait a
I've been
wasn't
minute.
waiting this
bullying
whole time. I've
anybody.
literally been waiting
Lucas,
an
I
hour.
swear to God, you're gonna wait a minute. I'm trying to deal with something. I don't know. Are you here so melanated? Because there was just a flag and they got dropped. So I don't know if we need to maybe put the comments back on for F1s. I don't know if you want to do that or not, but I don't know if you're here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I don't know if didn't know if you wanted. I didn't know if you seen the flag that they got. Lucas, you're gonna wait. There was a lot of people
Yes,
that
ma'am.
before you. Okay, so just wait. Let's finish up with what we're dealing with. Go ahead. Not unless were you still talking to what's his name?
I just wanted to hear him. You know, I understand Juice have a lot of passion, but I do believe in letting people get their full thought out, so I can get to the end of what he's trying to say.
Am I still speaking? Is it still my turn?
Want to hear. I definitely want to hear Isaiah.
I can't. I don't even.
Yeah,
I don't
me
even know
too.
what's being asked right now. Wait, what?
Can you finish your
I
explanation?
wanted you to finish.
Oh, what I was saying about the it could be hypocritical at some point. Is that what you're talking about?
Whatever it is you was.
Well, my main point was going to be that so her main point, Juices, before she left the call or the live stream, her main point was that it's internalized because that's how my parents were raised, were her exact words, right? To be racist and not like her kind, as she put it. So couldn't that be hypocritical in the sense that if I were to say that, let's say I knew someone whose grandfather was a big criminal, so I ended up treating them like a criminal and thinking that they're all going to be criminals, things like that. Wouldn't that be kind of the same thing as you thinking or someone thinking that because I'm white and someone in the past at some point in my ancestry might have been racist that I'm now racist? Wouldn't that be hypocritical to a sense if I were to say that about criminals?
No, it's not the same thing.
I don't think so.
Yep, and it's not the same thing. It would never be the same thing. We have over
Oh, okay.
400 years of this on our backs, right? So it would never. You can't compare if somebody's great uncle or great grandfather or whomever was a criminal way back in the day. Does not make you a criminal. You can you hear the stories. Yeah, it could be in your genes as far as whatever in their family. His great uncle or his uncle have always been in and out of prison. His uncle has always done stuff like that. If that makes any sense. But
No, I
that's
understand what you're
criminal.
saying.
That's
I get
criminal
it.
stuff. As far as
Yeah.
what we're talking about, this, I mean, we are the history of the over 400 years of oppression and racial discrimination and all the policies that was against us. That it's not the same. That's not being a criminal. That's just being freaking sick. That's how the white tea patriarchy built the system for you guys to have all this privilege. You guys were born into privilege. And when
Mm.
we say privilege, we don't mean wealth. We don't mean money. We mean just being able to get up in the morning, walk outside, go about your day, and not have to have your head on a swivel. That's what we mean when we say you guys were born into privilege. We were born into racism. We were born into medical racism. That's if our
Yeah.
mom made it through the pregnancy, and as if that baby made it through, say, pregnancy out of once that baby was here. And we experience that every doggone day of our lives from the
Hmm.
time we enter this world, right? So that's what you guys would never ever experience that. Let me put it like this. Say you and I go to the doctor's office, right? And
Yeah.
we both complaining of the same exact ailments, same signs, same symptoms. You're gonna get taken more seriously than me. You're gonna get more medicated than me. They're gonna look at me and say, "Oh, she just want rugs. That's all she wants. She just want rugs." Because they were taught, and it's still in medical books today. The medical system, they were taught in their books that we can tolerate more pain. Our skin is more thick, right? That's the way they were taught, and it's still in the nursing books today. You and I could go to the emergency room with the exact same type of injury, what have you, whatever. They're gonna throw medication at you. They're gonna tell us, "Oh, y'all can just use a Tylenol or some Tylenol PMs or aspirin or something like that." They're
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
take they're not gonna take our injuries and our ailments as serious as you. Now they may have a few outliers, and I've experienced that as well, but for the most part, no, they're gonna send us out and say, "Oh, we can get Tylenol, Motrin." That's the word I was looking for, Motrin.
So, wait, in that specific instance, then, who's the doctor?
It doesn't
It
The
matter
doesn't
who.
white
matter
chick,
who the.
No, I'm just asking.
Hold
Wait,
on,
I'm
hold on,
just wait.
Can I
hold
say
Wait.
on,
Wait. Wait.
hold
something?
Wait. Wait.
I just wanted to say one thing
on.
about the analogy that he gave.
What, the criminal analogy that I used
Yes.
earlier?
Medical
So
representing.
a white tea doctor, of course.
We can't
even
all
Wait, I
with
talk
can't.
at
that,
I
once.
can't.
We
I can't hear
cannot
what you're
all talk
saying.
at
okay, so
once.
back to the analogy you
No.
gave, and this is why
Wait.
it'll never be racism.
Were you done, Nautilus?
That it doesn't matter who the doctor is. Medical racism is a thing. It's like structured into the system. Like they created gynecology is surrounding them around black women, them testing on black women without any medications, like way back, and they still do it. The post ops,
So,
because I have 10 years experience. Hold on, I have 10 years
all right, okay,
experience
my bad.
in the medical field, and I've seen it firsthand, working with patients and seeing the doctors, nurses, things that have been done to black patients and black nurses like myself and other people of color working in that field. I've seen white tea nurses give cold showers to black patients. I've seen them not let them have their call bell, that little call light thingy that they snap on your medical gown so you can contact the nurses station. I've seen them not give that to patients. I've seen them ugh patients so that way they won't call. Like I've seen it. I've seen actual patients unalive due to poor bedside manner. So it does exist. The medical equipment, the post ox, the little thing that they put on your finger with the red light, that does not read black skin, and
Yeah.
it was intended to go that way. Just like what Miss D was saying about them thinking that our skin was thicker, even down to the water fountains or the sinks that are in public restrooms that you have to pass your hand through. They don't even read black skin correctly. We have to keep passing our hand just to get the water to come out. Like this stuff is deeply rooted And I just have one question, like y'all are saying that black people are treated equally in this country. Is that where we at? Because I see a lot of people in the comments talking about the past, but as of now in 2024, y'all saying that we have gotten somewhere just because we're not in the fields anymore. Like we're treated the same.
And it's not just the past. The past lives on through the future. Henrietta Flack's family just got recognition for the stem cells that they stole from that woman to continue medical science to save
Yeah.
white lives in 2022. So we're not going to act like it doesn't happen. And then, so white boy, here's why your analogy is flawed, and it'll always be flawed. You live amongst criminals today. You wouldn't know a person was a criminal unless they told you or they did something to the magnitude that would land them on television. When I wake up, I'm black. When I go to sleep, I'm black. When I walk out the door, I'm black. When I was born, I was black. I will always face racism. It will never end. So no matter what you go through, it'll never be racism. You won't ever face that. You know why you won't face it? Because you're not black. It's a black thing.
So only black people can experience racism?
You
Wait a
got
minute.
it.
Don't interrupt.
Oh, not only black people can say it's racism. We have been the ones affected mostly by racism. We literally were in chains 400 or 500 years ago. Like chattel slavery was a real thing.
There's
They
still
went
people in chains.
It's still happening.
after they took the land from the indigenous people, took Turtle Island, changed the name, completely almost annihilated them out. They went to West Africa to bring the African people here to Turtle Island to build up what we call America today. The actual White House was built by slaves. Like we got to be stop being like. I don't like when people are willfully ignorant and willfully obtuse. I don't like that because you yourself would never want to exchange skins with a black man your age. You say you're 19, you would not want to change your skin and be a black person because you know what we face here in America. You know that. You know that. Look at what happened to Trayvon Martin, Tamir Rice. And I can go back to Emmett Till, but we already know that story. Like we cannot, as individuals, as so-called human beings, act like things don't exist because our feelings got hurt. Like these are actual people. No. There were actual people who lived this. Segregation was not that long ago. It was 1950s. My grandfather is still alive.
And the last slave that was
Well,
was in Texas
can I?
in 1964. I'm sorry, sissy.
Exactly.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're okay. But I'm saying my mom was born in 66. Ruby Bridges has a Instagram. The little 6-year-old girl that was trying to go to school and had those white people behind her spitting on her, throwing shit at her. They are still alive. Racism never died out. Slavery may have. We may be done with that in most cases, but racism is still alive and it's jumping. That's it. The Brooklyn Five, the Central Park Five, that was a real situation. You would never want to change, but I'm just saying you would never want to experience the life of a black person. So I don't understand where y'all get off saying because somebody was mean to you or treated you differently. A lot of times when black people are leery of y'all or cautious around y'all, it's never because of y'all skin color. It's always because of y'all character. Black people could care less about y'all skin color. We know how we have been treated in this country. We have 400 to 500 years up to current day, right, of experience. That's why we cannot be prejudiced because we have that experience. You, a person, a young white boy, ain't never experienced that. You have never experienced some of these people's grandmothers and grandpas were hung up in trees. They ate us.
Right.
They literally have a book on how to cook us. Are you for
They
real?
used our babies as alligator, and they used our babies for alligator bait.
They have a book that you can go purchase on Amazon. It's called The Delectable Negro. They literally ate us. Are you for real? Like I read, I research, I know this. Y'all, if y'all want to know the history of America, go read Columbus Notes. Go read Columbus Notes. He laid it all
And
out. He laid it all out. If I can give him a book recommendation, please go get A People's History. It's gonna lay it all out. It's probably gonna make you throw up.
yep,
It
and they
really
used our
is.
hair. They used our hair and our skin to make furniture. Our skin was used for lampshades. Our hair was used to stuff the to make pillows, and also the white tea man dismembered a black man's member because he thought it was gonna make him bigger downstairs. They actually ate that.
That's weird. Like I don't
That's
understand
sick,
how we are in 2024 and people are
and
still
don't know
saying
that. Right,
no, no,
right.
no. People are saying that this stuff is not going on. Oh, you didn't experience any of that. How the hell do you know? Are you black? You don't know what we endure going out of our door. You don't know what we have to tell our boys. It's really a scary experience for a black woman to have boys, knowing that
I'm
white people adultify children, black children, over sexualize us. All of that stuff is real. Sarah Bartman, they had her body parts in a museum because her ass was
Museum
big.
basement. Yep, they don't want to give her to her
Y'all
people
are
so she can go
weird.
back to their land. They do not want to return that queen's
No,
body.
they have
Her body
her
is.
body parts now. They have her body
Oh,
parts.
they finally gave them to her. Well,
They got
thank you
her
for letting
body
me know,
parts.
sissy. Finally, thank you for. I
It
did
even
not
wasn't
know
even that,
this. 'Cause-
and it wasn't that long ago.
And I just watched her documentary. Thank you for even sharing that with me because that's all I talk about whenever I do get a chance to talk civilly because White Boy has been extremely civil, not disrespectful, not even pushing back. So I got to give him at least that credit right there. At least that he's been listening and he has not been. And we've been. I'm gonna admit it. We've been interrupting your boy for a lot of times, and he have not once stepped out of character and was disrespectful to us. So I'm gonna go back on mute and let my sissy wrap it up so this young man can finish saying what he was saying because we did interrupted him a lot of times and he have not once been out of line with us. So I appreciate that from you, White Boy.
I think So Melanated's box was lighting up, but I don't know. I couldn't really tell because my eyes are blurry because I was just rubbing them, but I think it was.
Is it my turn to talk or?
Wait a second. I want to make sure So Melanated wasn't trying to
Okay.
talk.
All right, my bad.
No, I wasn't saying anything.
I was just saying it's very disingenuous when we hear as black people, white people saying they experience racism all because black people are separating themselves or don't want to be included in what they got going on or don't like them or I walked through a neighborhood of black people and they did X, Y, and Z. It's a reason behind that. It's called being cautious. It's not because we don't like our skin. It's never that. As y'all can see, if we wanted the tables to turn, they could have already been turned. We're not that people. So to put that in the air is weird. History taught us what this was about, and it was only designed to go one way. That's the way they saw it to go, and it's been going that way. If the forefathers that created all this that we living up under were alive today, they would be turning over in their graves that white people could ever fix their mouth to say that they experienced something that they created for them to be at the top. It doesn't make sense.
It's my turn. I just want to make sure before I start talking. All right, cool. Yeah, no, I understand. I'm not disregarding anything that you were saying. While we do disagree on some things, I think it's very apparent that yes, there has been internalized and institutional racism. There still is to some degree today. There is still obviously racism, but I don't think that it's only. I just don't agree with the fact that you think that white people don't experience racism, and here's why. So the definition of a slur is a word used as an insult towards an entire group, right? So, and a common thing is for white people a common insult for white people is often cracker, right? Not a big deal, right? Not a big deal. I'm not saying it's a slur by
You
any
see
means.
how you said that out loud?
Hold on, wait a minute.
You see,
Time out. White boy, let me educate you right quick. Do you know cracker was never a slur? It's a classist term. So when you do your research, make sure you really, really deep dive into the research, right? It was never created as a slur. White people don't have slurs. Y'all are not affected by racism. Y'all are affected by
Do
classism.
you
That's
okay? But
it.
do you know the
That
definition
word.
of
Hold
a
on.
slur
Hold on.
though?
Hold on. It was never a slur. It's still not a slur, right? Cracker was a term that y'all created. White people themselves created to signify poor whites because y'all that's all y'all could afford to eat for the poor whites, and also to signify the cracking of the whip. Let's be real about it. The NIGGER was to dehumanize black people. Some of the last things or statements heard when they were unalive was the N word, and y'all know that impact, which is why white people come in these black spaces and say that N word with a hard ER. Cracker has never ever been a slur. You can go look these things up. It's never been a slur. It's a classist term. White people
Okay.
gave poor whites. That's it.
Is it still not an insult to an entire race though?
No, it's not.
Insult,
It's
sir,
not.
but
No.
her.
Is it
No,
that not an
Maybe
insult to
it's
an
an
entire
insult. It's
race? You don't
probably
think
not
so?
even
it's not a
no,
slur.
because
It's
it's
not a
classy.
slur.
That's
Do
Yeah.
you
what the
see how we're
dictionary
saying
definition of a
cracker
slur
out loud?
is.
What is Isaiah? Do you
It is Isaiah,
see how we're
yes.
saying cracker out loud, and nobody's saying a word about it?
Nothing's happening. TikTok's
Nothing's
Yeah,
not taking
happening.
us
I
down.
understand, but
TikTok
wait, hold
ain't
on.
taking us down.
Nobody's gasping
Yeah,
their
I understand.
pearls.
I understand what you're saying, right? There's a modicum of things I could say right now that could be hurtful,
Yeah, but I'm
right?
telling you
And
right
things
now
Being
like
that it's
that.
not
Where
a
hurtful
even
and
slur.
being
wait, hold on,
racist
wait.
are
Is
not
that
the
how you
No,
say it?
no,
same.
no. The
Lel?
N word,
How you say it?
the N word is not something like a me. Like that was used to dehumanize, not to
I
make somebody
understand.
feel hurt. Do you know what it meant for them when they said that? And you said
Oh
you
my
were
God.
Irish. Did you say you were Irish?
Irish, French, and French, mainly,
Okay.
yes.
Did you know that they didn't consider Italians and Irish even to be white? That's how deep this rooted racism goes. They did not consider Irish people or Italians
Yeah,
white
Irish
people.
people
They
were enslaved
actually
as
had
well. Yeah, yeah.
No.
no.
What
Hear
do you
me
mean,
out. You
no?
don't know what you're
Whoa.
talking about.
No.
They were indentured servitude. That's it. They were
Is
not
that not
slave.
still
Like
slavery?
no, it's not nothing compared to chattel slavery, love. What
Wait,
I'm
wait,
telling
wait. So
you
wait. I
is
have a
they
question.
had
Wait.
hold on, time out,
I
time
wait,
out,
wait. I've
time
been
out,
wait.
time
I've
out,
let me finish, but I
time
have
out,
You
time
wait,
out,
listen.
time out,
Listen.
wait.
time out. They may have been enslaved, right? Right? But they did not you trying to do the oppression Olympics. And that's not it. It's not chattel slavery, it's not the same. They still were allowed to have homes and things like that and way of being. What I want you to hear is they were not considered white tea. Italians were not considered white tea. They had to sue to be considered as white tea. That's how stupid this shit is. It's really stupid. And Dirty Wookie, I don't know why you want to report me. You can go look this up. Go do y'all research. Y'all, it's clear y'all don't read books. Y'all don't read books.
Wait.
F1's in the
So I'm not
chat.
trying to. Oh wait, my bad.
Wait 1 second. F1's in the chat. Hashtag TikTok shop. There's 69 of us in here. We need to get this up to 20,000 likes by a quarter till, or we're going to shut the comments off again. And I really don't want to have to do that, but we will do it because the tapping is not happening. Tapping is clapping. Sharing is caring. Boost the live, share the live, tap the live. And Isaiah, you need to listen. Mute your microphone and listen. It puts off listen. I don't know if you can hear it, but when I mute you, if everybody listens, watch what happens. Everybody else hear how that quiets down the background noise? So
I hear
whenever you're not
crickets.
talking, mute yourself, okay, Isaiah?
Yeah, I got you. It's just, well, I was in the middle of talking. I got cut off, and I've been getting cut
What
off
I'm
the
trying to
entire
say,
time. And I've
I
been
understand
listening though. Is the problem with that?
because you're giving the only reason why you're getting cut off is because I believe in correcting misinformation. I Leave correct and
I,
misinformation. Now y'all trying to report me because I'm giving y'all information that y'all can literally go read. Like literally go read. The Irish people will tell you it's nothing like chattel slavery. Nothing. Go read. Like I beg y'all to go get the education. Y'all don't want to read it because y'all want to stick whatever y'all want to keep that thought process, right? It never was that. Never was
They
that.
want to. They want to stay stuck in their white ethnocentric, white ethno-nationalist bubble.
Because it's easier, because once they start seeing it, they can't stop seeing it. And then they have to face the reality of what they've done and been party to and perpetuated, and what their parents have done and been party to and perpetuated. And nobody ever wants to do that.
Not only that, they used to call Italian people WOP, WOP, without papers. Like y'all don't even know the history. Like it's a shame that this many people don't know the history of America, or AKA, well, Turtle Island. Y'all don't even know this is Turtle Island. This is not the USA. Y'all don't read, and it's clear, and it's embarrassing. I feel secondhand embarrassment for you because you're so young and you're in this mindset. You don't even know who created race, but up here talking about it. If you knew who created race, you would understand that white people, he made sure they were at the top and everybody else in the middle. That's Asians, Pacific Islanders, and so on and so forth, and black people at the very bottom. Ain't no damn way black people have any power to oppress you guys, to destroy your livelihood, to keep you from getting ahead. None of that. And if you're poor right now in 2024 as a white person, you fumbled your privilege. I'm just gonna say it like that. It's a lot of poor white people in the comments making statements about me being a victim. I'm not a victim. My family was very, 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 very educated and very, very paid. We're not broke. Don't make statements y'all don't understand. Like, and if y'all want to talk about welfare queens, we can go get them numbers too. We can go source for source because it's not black folks.
37% white.
Forget that things like free lunches and Pell Grants and things like that are welfare also. And that white women are the ones who get a majority of welfare benefits. They don't
And you
have
know what,
absolutely.
Grammy, it's so interesting to me because when people say white privilege, they automatically think finances. Privilege is walking out your door knowing that you won't be unalive for simply driving or walking. It has nothing to do with money. At the end of the day, y'all need to really read. These folks laid it out. Columbus had notes. They wrote about the things that they did. They wrote about the plans they had. They wrote about it.
Grammy, can I speak now? It's alright with everybody.
The host, so Melanated is the host.
Melanated.
Are you here, Melanated? But I do know Sadie's been here longer than you were.
No, she isn't.
Actually, Lucas was here before me, and they are reporting it live. I just got a flag.
Yeah, they
Lucas was
reporting
here
me.
before.
They're reporting me. They're reporting me.
F1's in the chat. So Melanated, are you still here?
I saw her thing. Oh, she's moving around.
I see her moving. I think.
I don't know.
Are you still here, so Melanated?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Okay, Lucas had a question. What's up, Lucas?
So I know I was in here earlier, but I was wondering. So, do you think that? So I am partly Jewish, and if that, do you think just because I'm white that I don't experience racism, even though I could get called slurs? The K slur, I've been called the K slur before. Do you think it's different, even though I'm still being called the slur? Or do you think it's just because I'm white, it doesn't matter?
It's not racism.
Being called a K word isn't racism?
I mean, if it's based on religion, then it wouldn't be based on your race.
It's Kike. If anybody doesn't know what the K-slur
That's
is.
anti-Semitism.
Like I just
Yeah.
said, if it's not based on your race, it wouldn't be racism. It's based on religion. That's not racism.
No, but people still use it as a slur. I mean, I'm
But
not talking about racism. I'm talking about a
no
slur.
one said white people can't be called slurs. You can be called all kinds of slurs,
Oh
but not
God.
racial slurs. There's no racial slurs for white people. For Jewish people, like you just said, there are slurs, but not based on the color of their skin, based on the fact that they're Jewish. That's not racism.
Okay.
That's we explain, try so hard to explain this stuff to people, and they're so focused on the fact that black people can't be racist that they don't even take the time to understand anything else. That's all they can think about. Well, how come I can and they can't? Well, because the hierarchy is set up like this. This is why.
It's like they
This
want to
right
take
here is why.
everything from us. They want to strip us of our everything that we've created, built, right? And now they want to take away the oppressiveness that they put upon us. So how can the oppressor be oppressed? That's what I'm still trying to understand, Grammy. How
They
can
can't.
the oppressor be oppressed and
Yeah,
then
and
get
can I
mad when we're saying you guys aren't oppressed? They
They
really, really
can't.
want to be oppressed.
They can't.
can
Don't let
I
them
ask him a
talk.
question? Lucas, is there a reason you would want
What's
to
up, Tim?
experience racism?
What'd you say?
That's all I want
Sorry.
to know. Is there a reason you would want to experience racism? Because it's almost like you guys are chasing after it. So I'm
Um,
trying to find
I
out
never,
why.
I
It's not
never
a
tried
good
to say
thing.
that,
You hear
but
how
you got
we
it.
talk about it. So I just want to understand what goes through your brain that would make you want to feel a negative emotion that you
I
would
never,
literally chase it down.
I never claimed to say any of that, but
You came up
I
here
don't
and
think
said that because someone called you a slur, that it was racist, is what you were implying.
I didn't say it was racist. I said it was a slur.
You were implying that it
Okay.
was the same as racism, and it's not. It's not the same.
I know you said that
It's
earlier.
not the same. People get called slurs for lots of reasons, and none of that is the same as racism. Just because you've experienced one thing and may know what this thing feels like does not mean that you know what this other thing feels like. For example, I know you were here earlier when we talked about the fact that I have indigenous ancestry, right? I will still never know what it's like to walk through the world as an indigenous person. People don't see an indigenous person when they look at me. They did when I was younger, but they don't now. And I recognize that. But they will never see a black person. I will never know what it's like to walk through the world as a black person, even though I know what it's like to walk through the world as a non-white person. Because while they didn't see an indigenous person, they did see somebody who wasn't quite white, right? So I understand that, but that's not the same as walking through the world as a black person. That's an entirely different struggle that no one who is not black will ever understand.
Okay, and I would
That's
also
what you
like to
gotta
talk.
get in your head.
Yeah, it's in there. But I would also like to talk about why these other people that are talking, um I wouldn't say like they bring up. Actually, I don't know if I should say that. Let me think about this real quick, Grammy.
What do you think about why you just said other people that are talking instead
Yeah,
of,
let me think that real
you know,
fast.
the people have tried to provide me education or the black people on the panel? Maybe think about why you said it the way you said that.
You got it.
Who's next? Is there people in the queue? Do you want me to bring more people up melanated or no? You got something, Doc? Go for it. Well, we're waiting to hear back from melanated. Go ahead. Did you have something, Doc?
I'm just kind of like, at this point, it's just like there's no use trying to reach them because they don't, like I said, they don't have no empathy. White people do not have no empathy for black people. They don't. They never have and they never will. They will never see black people as human beings. They will never understand what it's like to be black. Okay? They only want the aesthetics, but they don't want the lived experiences.
I never claimed it not see you as a human or any
Your
person of like.
behavior, Lucas, I want you to understand something. Now, granted, your behavior right now has been fairly calm, but some of your behavior today and other times has not been. And that behavior, some of the things that you have said and done were not okay. And what people can do is look at that behavior and judge you based on that.
All right.
You know, do you have a pen handy?
I got a pen handy. Right next to me. I'm at my desk.
I want you to write a couple things down.
All right, you got it.
Open.
Let me get a piece of paper.
Okay. OpenStax with X, like X, it ends in X. STAX, openstax.org. You can go there and get free textbooks. You can use the Libby app. And I think OpenStax also has an app. So Melanated told me today. I didn't know that they had, but apparently they have. You can use the Libby app to get free audiobooks. And I think they're downloadable audiobooks using a library card. All you have to have is a library card. I want you to go to justice.tougaloo, TOUGALLOO. It's one L or two. I'm not sure. So try it either way. OO.edu/maps/ and that's going to give you an interactive map of all of America's sundown towns. And there's some videos on a playlist on my YouTube. Start watching there, and it's going to send you down a rabbit hole to a bunch of other videos. Once you start, you won't stop. You'll be searching all kinds of stuff.
I want to address Avery for a minute, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not denying the fact that white people go through hardships. But here's the thing. White men deal with classism. White women deal with classism and sexism. White people who are LGBTQIA deal with classism, sexism, homophobia, and transphobia. White people who are disabled deal with classism, sexism for the women, and ableism. Now, black people, we deal with those same things. But the one thing that we deal with on top of all of that is racism. So that's why I said, like, I don't feel like white people can empathize with black people because, like, y'all don't see it. Y'all don't get it.
I wonder if Melanated fell asleep. Are you awake, so Melanated?
Yeah, but I'm gonna end the live because I'm really tired.
I know. I was gonna say I'm about ready to go to bed too myself. I'm super tired. I see there's 3 people in the request, or there was. I don't know if there's 4.
I know, Grandma. I saw it all in your face and I heard it in your voice.
I was
That's why,
done. I
notice,
was like,
notice that's why I've been on mute this whole time. I love you
my
guys
eyes
so
started
much.
getting red.
I
I'm like,
know,
oh
baby.
no.
I know. That's why I just stood on mute. I'm like, my poor Grammy thing. I know
Luke,
she's tired.
I think Lucas, I hope wrote some of the stuff down. Does anybody
Yeah.
else have any suggestions for Lucas that you want to provide? You don't have to, but if you've got something you want to.
I'm open.
Just look up the documentary Stamp and just
Oh,
watch
I've
that.
heard of that before. Yeah.
Yes, please. I
Yeah, I
implore
gotcha.
you to watch. If I were your neighbor, I would come and sit and watch it with you.
Yes, ma'am.
Seriously, I would seriously would just watch that, and we could put a pin in it. And if so melanated and my Grammy would have me, I would definitely come back. I would definitely be a regular because I love my Grammy Ramy and I love my So Melanated. I
Me
would
too.
definitely come back. Yeah, I would definitely come back and we can discuss it. But if I have anything else, if you come back or whatnot, I'll make my little list for you. And thank you for being so open and
You
listening
got it.
and willing to learn and share what you feeling and hear our opinions as well. So I'm gonna give you your flowers, Lucas, and thank you again for
Thank you.
showing these queens respect, showing the panel respect as well.
Yeah, don't
I
worry about
lo-
it. Have
yeah,
a good one, everybody.
I
no, I
want you
really
also,
appreciate it though.
yeah, also too. One thing I want to say one more thing before I get out of here. Lucas, there's a documentary on YouTube that I need you to watch, and it's called "How the Europeans Divided Africa."
All right. I mean, I don't know what my ancestors did, but that ain't me. Putting that there.
You just had to go there, didn't you?
What did he
had
say?
to.
I
had
didn't
to.
hear him. What did he
That
say?
ain't me. That ain't me.
I was moving stuff around. I didn't hear
What was
quite
the
what he
name
said.
of it again, Aaron? What was the name of it again?
How the documentary is "How the Europeans Divided Africa."
Gotcha. Thank you, King.
By the
I'll
way,
look
what
into it though.
Lucas just said, Grammy,
What did he say?
that was also on the bingo card.
Was it? So did it give you well, what did he say? Because I didn't catch it.
Something about his ancestors not owning slaves or something.
Oh,
That's not what I said.
Lucas.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said. I
What
said my ancestors aren't me.
Ancestors, they aren't me.
You're right. Your ancestors are not you, but no one is judging you based on just your ancestors. That's the problem. You're
Seem
not
to be.
listen, you're not separating yourself from whiteness, okay? There's white people and people who happen to be white. Whiteness is a social construct, okay? You got to separate you from that whiteness. And once you do that, this is going to be a lot easier for you. And that was some white ass shit that you just said.
And I want to add, we are very aware that you are not your ancestors, but I think that you guys fail to realize the generational wealth that came with what your ancestors did. So to say that you aren't your ancestors doesn't really matter when this country and the people in the country continue to benefit from what your ancestors provided you. So don't say
I'm
it
not very
again
wealthy,
because
but you got it.
it shows exactly what Doc was saying, how you don't see the humanity in us. There was no need to add that comment. We're aware that you're not your ancestors. I'm not mine, but it doesn't matter. I still am disadvantaged from the things that they went through, and you are still at an advantage from the things that your ancestors did. So let's not say it anymore,
It
because
would
it's a
behoove
pointless
Lucas.
statement.
Don't speak, Lucas.
It's a very pointless statement, and honestly, it's rooted in white supremacy and racism.
It would really behoove you to, rather than trying to defend yourself, to simply say, thank you for that information, TY. I appreciate it.
Thank you, TY. Love you.
But see, this is the thing, though. Too, it's like it's also like when women talk. It's like when women talk about the things that men do and the behaviors of men, and then you got men sitting here. It's like, well, it's not all men. It's not all men.
Again, I didn't say anything like that, but you got it, Doc.
That's you're doing the same behavior, right? That's what he's explaining to you. It's the same behavior. It's the same behavior.
Okay, Grammy. Good night. Good night, y'all. I gotta go
All
to
right.
bed.
Night, everyone.
Gotta go to bed. Adios.
Coffee in the morning?
Yeah.
Okay, we can talk about bingo. I'll see you then.
All right.
Thanks for having me.